Oh, that's just Fredbot.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Bit
My bad.
disorganized here. Let's see what
Whoops,
we got.
it's just Andrew.
Don't worry, if he's here, we're just going to kill his character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a big if.
Let there be a lesson. Anyone who's not here, I control the Aramvir for one session and
Dude.
see what happens.
Let's just say Medusas have a certain way with barbarians.
mm,
Yeah, they
But
have
to be
a
fair,
certain look in their eyes.
Yep.
Chris
the sexy
was
snakes.
missing for a month before you killed him.
Yeah, to be fair.
Shava, get the fuck off Mortal Kombat 11. I can see it on
No,
Steam, mate.
no, fuck off.
Get the fuck off right now, or I'll kill your
Just gonna,
character.
just gonna go through the tutorial. It's fine.
No, get the fuck off it. Alright.
Where's my cable?
I will not be denied.
Recap. Alright. You guys had just finished saving the market, if you can call it that. It's more like a kind of like a bazaar, similar to Gragelsta, of Blingdenstone from an ooze attack with your old bud Kremit, a guard who is a bit special, and he's like showing you guys around. And he was supposed to take you to the Daggerman Talks, but you guys were like, "Oh, we want to go to the inn," and he's just like, "Okay." So he did that. After the dust settled, you had a quick check. Well, one of you guys did. Had a quick check that no more were coming through the cracks and the debris. And then you headed to the inn called, also known as the Foaming Mug. On the way, you got a good look at the state of the settlement and at some of the local landmarks. You passed by a temple, which you later found out was called the Ruby in the Rough, and it was currently in the process of repair by some Stoneheart Enclave members, with some of their Earth Elementals helping them out. You then passed through a residential area, which there was a small part of it a bit dilapidated due to some ghost activity, which you'd found out, and then preceding that you passed by the old Stonehenge, which was being worshipped by some locals. These particular stones were known as the Speaking Stones, and Kremit afterwards eventually led you to Daggermatok Hall, before finally taking you to the Foaming Mug. So you got like a miniature tour of some areas in the settlements. So you got some bearings. You also saw the what was it called again? It's a weird name. Area, yeah, the staging area. You got a glimpse of like the barricaded up area, which seemed to have just about a dozen guards with their pet badgers, keeping anything maybe at bay and making sure nothing was going to come through. But nevertheless, you made it to the Foaming Mug. You were met by a bored deep gnome innkeep known as Tappy, who is suddenly overcome with energy and enthusiasm at the sight of you. His business is clearly slow, and he hadn't seen any adventurers of your sort in a while, and currently only had one other guest in his inn. You exchanged pleasantries and information. You got some new info on Blingdenstone in general. You secured some rooms for yourselves for the night, and you seen the figure lurking in the shadows, mainly as Aaron noticed, and it was later brought to your guys' attention. What seemed to be a pale-skinned elf patron, sort of with the likeness of a moon elf, turned out to be Grin, under an illusion, a disguised self-spell, and upon slightly revealing himself to Bosner in his true form, you noticed his eye had been torn out by some means, and a nasty scar left behind. And he told you because one of you guys ratted him out because he didn't want to unleash the demon lords on Menzoberranzan. And Vizeran was privy to that info because of Aaron Veer's snitch, but he's dead now. So
Oh well.
yeah,
Or
Spoilers.
potentially both of them.
yeah.
Shit happened.
Bosner and him, you guys caught up on the current situation. You introduced, or rather Grin sort of introduced himself to the party, and you did vice versa, and he told you that the final ingredient needed for the ritual to summon all the demons together, the whole point of this quest at the moment, your quest to prevent the demons from destroying everything, the world that you love so much, could be found with the help of an alchemist slash botanist by the name of Kazook Pickshine in this town. He, on the spot, arranged a meeting using the sending spell, and shortly thereafter, Kazook arrived, and he admitted to you guys he knows where you could find this ingredient known as a tin mask mushroom, but he wanted something first. He wanted you to find something known as Entimox Boon, a magical quarry which has been used for generations before the Blinding Stone got wrecked by Drow invaders. It was secretive knowledge, however, so only few people know of its location, but the general idea from what the Stonehearts could gather is that it's west of Blingden Stone somewhere nearby. Yeah, so he wanted you two guys to do that, and this long-winded, for this long-winded reason, which eventually led to him getting access to a lab in the district called Rockblight, which is currently a non-reclaimed district in the settlement in the northeast. A deal was struck. You went to speak with the Daggermatox. You informed them on the fate of Gracosta and the demon uprising happening. On your request for guidance to the surface, they admitted to having people who knew the way to the surface, or several ways to get to the surface from Blingden Stone, and they could guide you there. But currently, due to there being a number of issues tying their hands at the moment, not being in a position for altruism due to limited resources, they were like, we can't help you out just now until these things are dealt with, and perhaps if you give us a hand with some of these things, in return we can reward you and give you guidance to the surface. Among those things, they had problems with increasing ooze attacks from the northwest part of town, coming from an unclaimed area in that district, currently closed off. There's ghosts preventing people from settling in the residential area, which, you guys reckon ghosts are child's play to you guys. Perhaps, maybe you can reason with them, maybe not. You have were-rat attacks from basically a parallel community living in the west part of the town. It's not really a city. You could barely call it a town at this point. But yeah, there's were-rats living parallel, and there's been attacks, and there's tension between the were-rats, the were-rat deep gnomes, and their regular human counterparts. You could tell Dorbo didn't seem too keen on the were-rats. Bit of a bigot. But yeah, they said they had to resolve this issue, and there was also the reclamation of Rockblight, which is they alerted you to there being a fart, as put by Vazook later on, a magical fart which keeps possessing earth elementals, because the deep gnomes don't want to risk fighting the Medusa and stuff. So they sent earth elementals in, but they get possessed by some magical fart called Ogre Mock's Bane. So there's an issue there. But after having your back and forth with the current leaders, you made your way back to the inn. And on the way you were ambushed by a pack of Zorn, after one was tailing you for a while, and Ipkiss's comprehend languages revealed that they were looking for food, and some of them even swiping at some of your pouches. Later conversation with Tappy revealed that they eat precious gemstones, and usually if there's like one or two following you, you can get them off your tail, just feed them a couple of gemstones. But you guys, obviously not being from around here, didn't know that, so you had to fight them. But you managed to deal with them, and half of them sort of retreated, being intelligent enough to know there wasn't a fight. You harvested some bits, headed to the Foaming Mug, rested for the night, and now we come back to you all currently having breakfast in the lounge of the inn, fully healed, some of you leveled up, and is there anything you would like to do at this current time? And you all have the rested buff, where on your first skill check of the day you get advantage because you rested in a nice bed.
Does that include saving throws?
I'll
What are
It's
you
up to you.
planning?
Nothing. Just
yeah, I'll just say I'll say skill checks only.
Cool.
I want to go and talk to the innkeeper.
Sure. Yeah, Tappy's he's just hanging around. He's still kind of jazzed at your guys' presence. He has like idle chit chat. He keeps asking you guys about like he keeps trying to like get more adventure stories out of you. Some of you probably more reluctant to share than others, or some of you from past experience aren't the greatest when it comes to narrative story. It's like explaining it in an exciting way, but he's still like is super enthused and stuff. But yeah, he's around.
I want to ask him what he knows about the place that we need to go to, which is
Which
the
one?
place that we need to go to.
Rockblight or
Anti-mock spoon.
oh, okay. Well, we asked him about that yesterday, and he. Let's
Like,
see.
if he knows, no, we asked to the guy that was with the badgers.
True, and he told you to. Yeah, that's true. Vizuk, and Vizuk told you to speak to, if you want
Yantha.
information. Yeah, he told you to speak to Yantha or the second in command. Fuck, so many names.
Just the stone speakers in general, I think.
Yeah, Stoneheart Enclave.
That one.
Yeah, but what I want to know if there is like any story or stuff like that about the place, so
Okay,
we may
okay.
know more or less where to go.
Okay. So how do you ask it? You just ask like, what do you know
I'll
about?
ask him like if he knows any story about anti-mock spoon.
Okay. When you ask, he'll say, yeah, I've heard of it. Before the Drow invasion, I don't know much about it. It's more of those religious types, the guys who, the Stonehearts. They had like a small council, and the small council were the only ones who had access to the improved, I don't know, magic stuff. I guess I don't really bother with that type of that type of thing. I just keep to myself and enjoy a good adventure. That seems all religion's not really my thing.
Okay. And what does he know about Medusa? Does he know any stories?
When you ask him, he basically just tells you that everyone Medusas are pretty common fable, even in like this universe. So like he probably knows. They're like, I think. Well, all right, I'll roll for him because he might know some extra stuff just from like stories. He's interested in adventures and shit like that. That's a nat 1. So he's like, "What's a Medusa? What's that? Oh, have you fought one of those before? Sounds neat."
Okay.
Do you tell him?
Uh,
He's like interested now. He's like, "No, what's a Medusa? Tell me."
I just heard about it and I was curious if he knew something else. Maybe a story or something like that.
Medusa. Nope.
You seem like a good storyteller.
I'm more of a listener.
Yeah, but then what you listen, you can tell back.
See, that's where you're wrong.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I call over to the barkeep and I just say, like, Medusa's snake hair turned to stone. That whole thing.
Turn to stone like a basilisk.
Eh,
So is it like
Yeah,
a
it's
it's like a lizard person?
Imagine a lady with a hair full of basilisks.
That must be a big lady. Have you fought one of those? Now that'd be impressive.
snake
Well-
scarf. Snakes.
But basilisks are just big snakes. Just imagine it's small snakes. I tried to explain it like he's 5.
That's just rude. He's clearly not 5.
He's like, yeah, I'll have you know, I'm like 120 years old. Actually.
That is a multiple of 5.
Well, I mean, he's got you there, Tappy.
He says, well, give or take a few years.
I think I'll be
He
generous
says,
and
he
give.
says it's hard to tell when you're underground your whole life, but we have our means.
I'm just gonna go back to eating now.
Yeah, you guys are just chilling. Just,
Breakfast.
but if there's anything else you guys would like to do in preparation,
Breakfast pie.
Whilst this is happening,
Well,
I'll
where are we
just-
going first?
no.
Grin comes down to the. He was there first,
Yeah.
likely. He's like an early riser type guy, and he's an. Well, I don't know if drow elves have that stupid ability where they can sleep less, but one elf does. But he doesn't sleep very much. He doesn't need it seems. So he was there early, and he's doing the usual, studying the tome, and he actually has illusion magic over it purposely, so Tappy doesn't look into it too much. It just has like a plain cover and stuff. It seems.
It's just 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, he's just having a
That is an adventure.
Get it? Because he's a drow elf.
bro.
Nope,
No.
don't get it. Can you
No.
explain that one?
Alright, that's a minus negative inspiration point for that.
Anytime Jordan can make you reroll anything.
Yeah, you have to roll with disadvantage.
That's
when
20.
when I say so.
That's a nat 20. Haha, fuck no.
Yeah, Grin's,
Yeah.
so Grin's there too.
Right, so anyway,
And Kriv is there, but Kriv doesn't plan on coming out on escapades with you guys today.
that's what I was going to say to him. You're not coming in escapade.
Yeah, he's like, "Alright."
Like, you stay here, get drunk or something. Here's some money. I gave him some, like,
Oh.
whatever I've got.
He's like, thanks for the allowance, Dad.
Yeah, move on.
This is pocket money. And he's just like, oh yeah, he's just like, tell me when we're going to the surface.
Soon, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I'm not fucking going back out there into the wilds. Just so you know.
I like to take Chris' shoulder. I'm just like, we'll clear the way for you, small dwarf, so you can go home.
I like you, big man.
He
Nice
likes
one.
me.
I touches all the shoulder. I'm like, we're going to the surface together.
Oh,
Follow the
God.
light.
He's like, they touch me.
Okay, while that's going on, I'm going to feed my owl, but I want to keep an eye on Green.
Okay.
Like, not being obvious, but
Much I.
Yeah. Yeah, you can keep an eye on him. Like right now, he's not doesn't seem to be up to anything funny, but he is every so often he glances up at you all, and you swear he shakes his head a few times, looking at you guys. like you can tell he's thinking like these are the guys who are gonna save the plane, and he's just like shaking his head.
Planes, multiple planes.
The material.
Gar says to Bosnar, are you going to ask your friend over there if he will come join us in our adventure today?
Yeah, I think he's seen enough. Haha. That wasn't even intended, I swear.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
sure.
It's very mean, but okay, I get your point.
And Tapio, out of nowhere seemingly, just like pops out with these bursts of energy. He's like, excuse me, just pops out. His head like comes out in between like Epkis and Adara who's sitting at the table. He's like, so what's on the agenda today for the Avengers?
PD.
PD, that's the one.
I'll pay no attention to
Killing
him.
some demons again, some oozes.
Yeah, I think.
Maybe both.
Fighting a
Medusa.
basilisk lady.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much. I don't think
Finding,
doing anything else.
finding that place, what's it called?
Into Moxbourne.
Entomok Spoon, yes, that one.
Oof. Good luck with that one.
I think we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
He said, "Alright, well, if you need anything, I'll be here." And he, he's serving you guys and goes back behind the bar and stuff.
Cool.
So, anything you guys
Cool.
would like to do?
How long will we stay here for? Just roughly before we leave.
How long did you stay here for?
Yeah, how long are we going to continue to stay here for? Like, are we about to leave? Or are we staying here for a little bit longer?
That's up to you guys.
We were just about to leave, but I was going to progress something, which I forgot.
Yeah, now is
Where
like
do we want to go, by the way?
yeah, now's the
Right.
time to like sort of plan what you're doing and then prepare your shit.
I need to find what I'm looking for first.
While everyone's
Yeah.
doing that, I'm going to go get a pint.
He's just like, silver for that.
Give. There you go.
There you go. Sorted. Hand you a nice foamy pint, extra foam. It's got a heat and a half on it.
Nice.
Disappointing, but okay.
No, I'm good.
It's the brand.
I'll take some of your finest milk on the go.
He asks if you want a D&D.
Yeah,
Sure.
I would like some D&D.
He
I
makes
can't
you
fucking believe you called that D&D.
he makes you up a D&D, and for being his test rodent, he'll give you it for free.
Co-inventor.
Yeah, for your criticism, your constructive criticism, and sparking the idea.
Nice.
The revolutionary milkshake.
I hope it's warm.
Sure. it's room temperature.
Oh, just how I like it.
I asked the party, I went, well, how do we handle this Medusa?
It's easy. Don't look at her in the eye.
Yeah, don't look at her. That's it.
How do we hit something we can't look at?
That's
By
the hard
being
part.
very far away.
Because I assume she can look at us and she won't turn to stone.
I don't know. Are you Medusa?
I mean, I'm pretty scary, so I guess so, yeah.
Inside check.
But you're not Medusa.
I'm not a Medusa, no.
Then no, you probably she won't.
What if we made her look at her own hair? Would she turn to stone? Does it work like that?
How the hell would I know?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yo,
I've never even seen a Medusa before.
but how many have you
That-
fought?
None.
This will be a great battle. I've never fought a battle with my eyes shut before.
I do know that it's going to have 260 hit points.
Spoilers.
that's what you think.
Because that's what I'm pretty sure you rolled there. Start the session.
Heals herself by dealing magic damage.
Yeah, that's
I wasn't actually fucking metagame. I just read he's rolled 260 on something.
That definitely wasn't
Mr.
this.
DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not a zero after.
You'll
That's
see.
what-
You'll see what this is for. Well, maybe.
Oh,
I
great.
don't know if you will see.
No.
Nah.
Right. That's Scarf for the good of it. Except one question, Jordan.
Mhm.
Can I dual wield my axe and my hand axe if my axe is like in my strong hand?
Take my strong hand. Yep, you can.
Strong man.
yeah, you can. Because your battle axe can be wielded one-handed.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, you can do battle axe in one hand and hand axe in the other.
Oh, lovely. That's me. That's all I need to know.
Are we ready to head out?
I'm ready to head out and I'm like just like stretching.
Well, I
Crack
just
of the knuckles.
clean off my milk mustache from my mouth.
Yeah, I'm just like finishing the dregs of mine. Just give me a second.
Glug glug. It's aight.
Yeah. Alright, shall we?
So we're going to go straight there.
Should we go
I
speak
guess.
to the Stoneheart Enclave? To find out what's going on with these elementals? Or should we go straight there?
All the way back out the city, outside the city? Town.
Well,
Yeah.
there's people. There's the stones in
Are they
the
not?
city? Is
You,
it not?
okay.
you saw some of the Stoneheart Enclave trying to rebuild their temple, the Ruby and the Rough.
Yeah.
Sure, if you want, we can go to talk to what.
I think
Anyway.
they're on the way. Aren't they?
Try and get some information on
I
what was
don't
it?
know if
What
Yantha will be there
Box
because
Bay?
she was like quite far away. But we'll see.
This might be in a different place.
Okay, so you guys leave. Tappy bids you farewell, and then starts burning the ears off Kriv, and he's obviously not very happy about it.
We guess we're not coming with us.
Yeah, he's having 10 second thoughts. He's like, eyes are shifting, and then he looks at you and he's like, nah. Nah, the amount of times, like, he's literally died one time, so he's like, nah, I'm good. It's not quite as bad as death. Um, sure thing, sure thing. So as you guys start traveling back, are you just heading, so you're heading to the temple?
Yes,
Okay, and search for Yantha or, someone.
the other. What's his name? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, his name's like Gnome or something like that.
Nomi Pathshar.
That's the one.
I've got him under high up in the Stoneheart.
Yep.
Great, let's go there.
Alright, so you guys head out and you start traveling back through, uh, trying to avoid some of the more ghetto-ish areas in the residential place, because the way that's kind of set up is the end's kind of at the end of these long winding tunnels, which all are mostly residential areas, but some of them are completely ruined and desolate. There aren't any people holed up there yet because it hasn't been obviously cleaned up, and that's where you got attacked. But you try and avoid that as best you can. You don't get jumped by killer rock dogs this time, and you make it. Let's see here. Yeah, you make it up past and find your way to the Ruby in the Rough. And let's just see here. There is text. Oh yeah, I should do this. You're not on the end anymore. Boo boo boo. Okay. So. On your way there. Actually, yeah. Okay. Got it. So you make a beeline for it, and after about just shy of like an hour's walk at like a not an urgent pace, just a regular strolling pace, you make it to this cavern, and what you see is Ruby in the Rough. Where are you? Here. You see they're still currently building this temple. There is a group, again there's about 8 of these robed figures, these deep gnomes, all each have one earth elemental in tow, and they're sort of like picking up old rock, and with magic they're kind of like mending rock together, and it's like a slow process. It's a fairly big temple, it seems. It's got like a big foundation, and it looks like it's sort of a third built, you'd say, ish. It's just this big rectangular, very angular and squarish building that doesn't take on much form because of the state of it. Uh, you do see someone who seems to be calling the shots from behind, and from your familiarity, it does seem to be Yantha. She's a bit shorter than most, even for a deep gnome, but she got the pointed ears and the big bushy eyebrows, and you can see she's like directing everyone on like what pieces go where, basically, like a big jigsaw puzzle. Let's see here. But before you approach her, here. Actually, no, that doesn't happen. It's fine. But yeah, so do you approach Yantha?
Bosna first.
Like,
I mean, yeah, I guess
as you
so.
see her, she's just kind of like, no, it doesn't go there, you dipshit. It's over there. And then it's like, pick that piece up. And then you can see there's a couple of them looking a bit sheepish. You can tell she doesn't mince words. Very to the point.
Cool. Hey, Antha.
She's like mid-sentence, she's like, and while you're at it, and then she stops and then turns around. And she says, oh, it's you lot. What can I do for you?
We're gonna go find Entomoc's boon.
Her eyebrows raised, and she says, oh, are you now?
Well, apparently, yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe just fight some Medusa, I don't know.
She just like, you can see her eyes just go wide. A big smirk goes across her face, and her hands kind of go on her hips. And again, she just has this big, looming earth elemental behind her, casting this like shadow over her. And she just stands there with her hands on her hips, looking at you with a big smile, almost like holding in a laugh. But she's like, well, that's bold of you. So, what do you need from me?
Any chance you have any sort of item from the boon, the area that I can use? Because I reckon I can find it if I've got something like that.
She kind of like frowns a bit and has a think, and then she says, well, I've never been there. None of us have in this iteration of the Enclave. We're a bit scattered after the whole attack, you know, and there was only the few elites, you know. I'm taking over. I cut all the bureaucracy out, but there was a lot of bureaucracy before, and sadly, or perhaps not, depending on how you look at it, most of them have either fled and never came back, or they're dead. They died in the invasion. So currently we don't have anyone who, and she looked over her shoulder, who's been there. I don't know about having something from there. It'd be lovely to have it though. We could really use it.
Yeah. Well,
And make building
So
this
that's-
temple a whole lot easier.
yeah. So that's a no then.
She's like, what kind of thing do you need? Like,
It doesn't need to be a relic or any kind.
No, just like a rock from that area. Or like something that someone brought back from there at some point.
Just the origin point has to be from Entomoc's boon.
Yeah.
she says, yeah, the thing is, the boom was, from what I know, created hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and it was, you know, it's not like we brought things there or took things back. Maybe there's some old elementals lurking around that were built there. Probably they could have been made up from the rock there. That could be a possibility for sure. But if that's the case, then those would be some old earth elementals, and the chances that they still have life in them, even with the boon inside of them, is not likely. She says, you know, earth elementals, they don't last forever, as you guys probably know.
Okay.
But the boon does help with that. The boon makes them last a bit longer, makes them a bit more resilient, and that's why it's pretty useful for us in the past when we've been building.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's hard to say. How about like some areas close to there that's not been to because of the various monsters?
How do you mean?
Like, it doesn't have to be exactly from the boon. It could be from like buildings nearby or.
Oh, as far
anything nearby.
as far as I'm aware, the boon's purposefully kind of hidden away
its own.
outside
Yeah,
of the
great.
outside of the settlement. I wish I could help you, lads. Honestly, I'd be there myself if I knew where it was. And she has like a she takes like a pause and she says, "Yeah, I mean, as far as we knew, uh, it was known it was west of here,
Yep.
but it's gonna have to be kind of like a if you're looking for it, it's the
Stab in the dark.
yeah, you're looking. You're gonna have to be looking high and low for it. It looks like, unless there's some other way, but we don't have anything from there or anything like that.
Well,
Okay.
irrelevant of the boon then. In Rockblight, I've been told that, well, we've been told that there was something plaguing your elementals. Ogremock's Bane.
Oh, don't
Do you
get
know
me
anything-
started on that.
Do you know how it works or anything about it?
Uh, apparently it was here before we all got back here. Um, obviously we found out about it when we started losing control over earth elementals and they turned on us and started attacking us. Of course, on top of that, there's apparently a Medusa in the
Yep.
Rockblight district, which,
Apparently.
we've never come across it, thankfully, or had to. And it seems, from what I've heard, that they have some weird symbiotic relationship. It's supposed to be some kind of magical, formless cloud. It's a strange one. I honestly don't know how it got here, when it got here. All I know is it's before we all got back with the Daggermatalks to try and reclaim this place, which is
Yeah.
a while ago now, quite a long time ago.
And so it only affects the elementals.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's never possessed a person, as far as I know, or one of us. It seems to really like taking over earth elementals, though, which, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, considering. We could just get a group of elf elementals with some of her fine soldiers, and she's like clearly being sarcastic about that, and maybe take the place back, but. Without our earth elementals, we're not the toughest bunch in the world.
Yeah. So, is it just Earth Elementals, and is it one at a time
Uh,
that it kind of takes control of, or just like
it's.
any that get close?
I mean, it seems like it can gain control of more than one at a time, from what I've heard.
Okay.
I haven't spent an awful lot of time in Rockblight. Uh, once we learned about this, we just kind of shut the gates and, kept it that way. For now.
I'll deal with you tomorrow. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Of course, the Daggermatalks are getting uppity about it and wanting us to do something about it because they need the space, because we're taking in all these refugees. But, that's not my problem.
Sure. Well, we're going to have a look round, see what we can see.
Alright, well, I wish you the best of luck.
One more thing.
Sure.
If we go there and the elementals are hostile, we will have to, kill them.
Well,
Is that a problem? Or
it would be really nice to help us understand what's going on. It would be nice if you could, to get a sample of one of these earth elementals if you come across any. Maybe we could work together, me and the rest of the Enclave here, and figure out what the deal is with these things.
What do you mean sample?
You
What would
know,
you
a
need?
piece.
Well, each earth elemental at its core has a gemstone in order to hold the magic, which keeps it animated. That would be nice, but if you can't manage that, then even just a piece of its body, it might have some residual magic in it. Maybe we can learn something about this magical Ogremock's Bane creature or thing. I don't even know if it has sentience, to be honest with you. It could just be a force of nature for all I know, but it's strange.
Well, from what these people have told me on their journey, strange is very common.
Yeah, definitely. Actually,
Yeah, he's not wrong.
I have someone who may want to talk to you if you're heading into Rockblight. And she kind of looks over her shoulder, and at that moment you hear like crunch, and like one of the rocks on the temple wasn't mended properly and it falls, and she just turns around and is like, "For fuck's sake!" And then she's, "I turn round for 1 minute," and she's like, "Give me a second, guys," and then she scolds this guy for a second. You guys are standing there, kind of like awkward. It's like when you're a kid and like your friends' parents are like having an argument or something. You're just like, "Oh yikes, what is this?" And then she comes back with a gentleman. You recognize him. He seemed to be one of the priests who was praying at the mini Stonehenge, which I believe you learn was called the Speaking Stones.
Yeah.
And he comes over and he's more elegantly robed, and he seems to be older, even for a deep gnome. He has like some age on him, like wrinkles, uh, things like that. Still bald, but you know, like saggy sort of skin, and he's wearing these sort of baggy robes. He comes up to you guys with these big white bushy eyebrows, and he squints, and she says, "This right here is Gurnik, and he's the head priest over at the Speaking Stones. We kind of like collaborate sometimes. We worship the same gods, so you know it's good to keep a nice working relationship. Anyways, he had an ask of us when we first went into the Rockblight. Unfortunately, we can't go through with it since we can't really defend ourselves. But since you guys are going in, yeah, go ahead, ask away. I'll let you take the lead on this." And then he's just like, "Yes, thank you. Uh, if I understand correctly, you're heading into Rockblight, yes?
That would be correct.
I would ask you, uh, of course, there will be a reward, but it'd be nice if you were to seek out. There's an old temple, a temple over gods. Currently, we have to make do with the speaking stones, so we don't have our temple. But if we were to reclaim this, our connection to our god is wavering because the temple is unclean. There is heresy afoot, and I would ask the favor if you could cleanse it. This thing here," and he holds up a big ruby stone like the size of a fist. He says, "This is all you need. You would just have to place it in the temple, on something called the steadfast stone, which is an altar. Now, of course, I wouldn't be needing to ask you this if there wasn't danger involved." And he says, "Once you place, if you were to accept, which you'd be in our good graces, and we of course would reward you with whatever we have on us. Once you place it, you may be attacked due to the. I assume you've heard of the Ogremok's Bane. It
Wait,
seems
what?
the Ogremok's
Yeah.
Bane."
Oh,
The cloud.
Oh, the cloud. Okay, sure. Yeah,
He says,
just not by
He
that name.
says, "Yeah, it seems to be very territorial from what I've heard, and doesn't much like creatures going into the district. So you may be met with some resistance, but as soon as you've placed this on the altar, you would just have to wait until the 3 stone guardians awaken, and then the temple will be cleansed and safe. And the area could also act as a safe haven for you too, if you were to find yourselves stranded in the district."
Okay,
He
good
says,
to know.
Nice.
he says, would you do this for us?"
We'll try.
Thank you very much. I see you among you are very noble peoples." And he hands you. He says, he hands you, Bosner, since you've accepted. He hands you the giant ruby.
I'm quite happy with this.
We're gonna
No,
purge this
really.
temple.
Don't pawn it off.
I'm not going to pawn it off. Why would we? It'll go in my pocket and it'll be there forever.
The morally good cleric.
Let's see what blah 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 blah. God damn, there's all this shit in here. Go back and forward on. Speaking stones. Where the hell is it?
Big God Ruby.
Yeah.
1.
Bloop. And he bows deeply, and he says, okay. He says, if you do not wish for monetary gains, I could also bless each one of you. I could offer a blessing of protection, or I could bless one of your weapons if you wish, and it would be far easier as once the temple is cleansed, I can channel the power of our god.
What kind of blessing?
The blessings of our god are great and powerful. I'm sure they would be of great use of adventurers such as yourself. I'm sure you find yourselves in tough spots now and again, with things that wish you harm. These blessings would protect you, or offer you great offense.
Sounds good.
I look at the party. I've got my eye. Like, should I do it?
Yeah, sure.
I would like to.
I don't speak for the rest, but I prefer money.
Blessed me, Father.
Yeah, I say to him, I will take the help.
Wait. Hang on a second.
He says, we can discuss payment upon your gracious help.
Sure. Just out of interest, how willing to part with the elementals are you?
He says, how do you mean? Which elementals?
If we do this for you and kill the big fart and the Medusa and rescue your temple, a couple of elementals to help us in our quests would come in handy.
He says, I am not of the Stoneheart Enclave. I'm afraid they own the elementals. You could perhaps ask them. However, from my experience, the elementals do not last very long. They have to be rebuilt at the quarries, from what I understand.
Okay then.
I think each elemental, without the boon, of course, lasts maybe a few days or so before having to be rebuilt. Unless that is something one of you could carry out. If you're at one with the stone and are magically inclined.
With the light magically
We'll
inclined.
talk about that. That's fine.
I draw a circle on the ground with my foot.
He says, that's a good start.
Which?
But maybe Yantha could teach you one or two things on how to channel your magic into the stone and create such a thing. She is very skilled.
That would rock, dude.
I know how to
Smite.
create an elemental, but I don't think it's such a good idea.
Oh, are your elementals also imbued with gemstones?
No.
He says, how do you manifest your elementals, if you mind me asking?
With
Yeah.
my spell.
Simple as that, eh? Magic solves everything. Okay, we're
Well,
wasting time.
I
Let's
cannot
go. Let's go
create
kill
an
some fucking
elemental, but I can conjure one
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Exactly. Let's go.
That's what the spell says.
Wait, I
Plus,
want the blessing.
Yeah, I
Get
mean,
it later, Garth.
Good blessing when you get back.
No, I
No,
want him
I'll-
to bless my
the
axe.
blessing before.
Garth, I will bless your axe, okay? When it's time. You'll
What
enjoy
wish?
this one.
Oh god, okay. Okay.
I want the blessing,
I can only do one at a time. Let's go.
but I want the blessing from this guy.
Yeah, we get when we get back, when we've done his temple.
I
What?
think he
This
was
blessing,
offering us. I think he was
Half-
offering us the blessing before, so we are protected when we go.
Once we cleanse the temple and his god
Yeah, it's
answers
going
his
to be
prayers,
easier.
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys, as you, who's got the, what's the passive perceptions over here on you dudes? Anyone who got decent?
19.
16.
I love it.
Down here like 13.
Okay.
I got 14. Yeah.
Alright. Atara and, what's your name? Isha.
Darky.
Yeah, the Darky.
Oh.
Band.
Oh,
What?
You guys notice at the other end of, sort of beyond the ruins of this Ruby in the Rough temple, where Yantha's, she's still, she left you guys to speak with him and then went back to scolding the idiot she's like, right, whose fault was this? And starts like scolding them. Beyond that sort of occurring, the sound around you kind of dulls a bit, and you notice at the other end of the cavern there's some kind of doorway or stone frame, which appears to lead with downward steps, and you see like the vague bluish translucent visage of a floating deep gnome there, and they're staring right at you as you catch their eye. And then you catch it for a few seconds, and then it fades back into the shadows.
Who's seen that? Just the high passives.
Yeah.
Adara?
yeah.
Am I tripping? Or did I just say our Lord and Savior walk through that wall and go back in?
Do
What are you
mean
talking about?
the deep gnome?
Yep.
Is that your Lord and Savior?
Could be from now on. The Father, the Spirit, and the...
Oh boy.
I don't know. That D&D might have been a bit too strong.
How
I
many did you
think
have?
that the ghost may be expanding the territory.
Mhm.
What ghost?
That one. That
Ghosts
close.
aren't real. How many times do I need to tell you?
Yeah, you guys look over and you like they're like that ghost and they point, and yeah, you guys see at the end again it's like the stone frame, and there appears to be stairs which lead downwards into basically like a cave, and yeah, there's just an empty doorway there. It's just dark-ish.
I want
That
to
is a
ask
staircase.
I want to ask the stone speaker, what's down there?
What, you approach Yantha, or like one of the
No,
others?
the stone speaker, the little man that we were talking.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he, like, once he sort of bowed and stuff, and you guys are like, okay, let's go, blah, blah, blah. He, like, bowed and sort of started walking away. You can run and catch him. He's still hanging around, if you want to speak to him.
Oh no,
But
I can ask
he wasn't standing
the
there,
closest, the
alright.
closest one to me.
Okay, so there's like currently walking past your left side towards the thing, you hear like the heavy footfalls, like doof, doof, and then you see there's a deep gnome, another Stoneheart Enclave, male deep gnome this time, in robes with a earth elemental walking past, and as you like stop him, you're like, excuse me, what's that? He'll tell you, oh, that's the catacombs. That's where we bury the
Oh.
dead.
That makes sense.
Explains everything. Let's not go there.
Yes, I would rather like to let the dead rest.
Okay, thank you.
They don't rest, that's why they have ghosts.
The ghosts are real. Oh my god.
I just saw one.
Prove
We
it.
didn't. What are you on about? Actually, we
Prove
have
it.
met a ghost before.
It was tiny,
2 ghosts.
gnome
And
like.
I'm like, Buster, don't encourage them. Ghosts aren't real.
No, they are. But they're not that bothered if I'm not doing anything.
Okay, should we go then?
Let's go kill a Medusa. They're real.
Oh boy.
Or convert them.
What? You can't convert a Medusa.
That
They'll
I shall
They'll
try
convert.
Let
dying.
him dream.
They'll convert you into fucking stone. Let's go.
Let him dream.
Well, in any case, we can always come back for the ghosts. Don't suppose they're going anywhere.
Well, yeah, they do tend to haunt places.
Just
Okay,
like
so-
the
So, Rockblight, shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
So you guys head to the staging area.
Indeed.
The
Hmm.
border between Inner Blingdenstone and Rockblight. Let's see here. Yeah, it's literally like the next KO, or it's like a 10-minute walk. And as you're walking down, Adhara and Isha roll a d20.
Uh, this is how I start. Yikes.
Adhara, you hear a voice, a male,
Oh boy.
decrepit voice, and it says, "Outsider, what is it you seek?"
Eh, Who's next to me?
Oh, you guys are like traveling in a pretty close enough group. You're like 5-ish feet from each other, generally.
Well, I'll look around.
Okay, make a perception check.
With advantage.
Yeah, you look around, and you look up, and for a moment you see the same ghostly visage, and then it retreats. Like as you meet eye contact with it, it retreats into the stone.
And did I hear that in my head, or I heard it like normally?
It sounded like the source. You're not sure, but the source of it sounded like it was directly in front of you. So you would probably think it was like in your head. No one else seems to have heard it. It seems.
Then I want to think we are looking for anti-moth spoon.
It says. Okay. Okay. It says, "You dare go into Rockblight, where there's nothing but death."
We want to clean it, clean it. How do you say it in English?
Syllabus.
Cleanse. Purge.
No.
We want,
Your
we want
command
to
of the
purify-
common
we
language
want
is
to
very
purify
limited.
the place. we want to purify the place.
He says, "A noble quest, but a foolish one at that."
Yeah, I agree.
It says, "The dead are restless. There is one by the name of Utask. He lays his spirit rife with grief in Rockblight. Bring his remains to the catacombs.
How do I recognize it?
He says,
You look very sad.
it says, he says, Utask will reveal himself to you. He is a plague on Rockblight. In his madness, in the unrest, in the chaos that seeps into Rockblight's foundations. You will know. Do this, and I will speak to you in the catacombs.
I'll try my best.
Just like that.
Yeah.
The voice just fades from your mind. At that point, as you're walking. Let's see. So, you guys eventually make it to the staging area, and same story. You've got Vazuk there, looking. How would you describe the way he looks? I don't know. He just he's very low effort, I guess. I don't know. He's kind of he commands a lot. He likes telling people what to do, but doesn't like doing things himself. So yeah, he's just like ordering people around. You know, it seems like more of a downtime than last time. They're not like using their badgers to actively sniff at the gates, make sure nothing's coming through. But he's still just like, oh, sign this paperwork, go, send this to the Daggermatalks, like do this, do that. As you guys approach, and the gates are currently closed, and no one's on the other side of the wooden barricade. And as you approach, he's kind of like sat lazily in a hastily made crafted chair, and he's kind of like swinging back in it, and looking at some papers. And upon your approaching, he sort of lays them down, and he says, "Oh, it's the Medusa hunters."
That's
Oh,
a
the
nice
Avengers.
name.
The Avengers.
PD.
He says,
I
and
prefer Medusa hunters.
he says, "Who's it you're avenging, like?"
God knows.
The Fallen.
Aye, very noble of you. Anyway, I had a word with the Daggermatalks about this whole hunt of yours, and we came to an agreement. I'm to offer you this if you bring back the Medusa's head. And he holds up a nice big shiny diamond.
Ooh,
Says,
big shiny diamonds. I like big shiny
He
diamonds.
says, "Yeah, we just had this laying around, you know. But yeah, if you..."
It's not cursed, is it?
He looks at you and looks at it, and then like one of his subordinates is walking past, and he pushes it into his chest. His subordinate kind of like flinches and grasps at it, like, and then wipes his hand on him. Probably not. It's probably fine. And the guy's just standing there with the diamond in his hand. He's like, "Just hold that there the now, son." And he's just like, "Oh, yes, sir." So anyway, that is yours if you bring back the head of the Medusa. If you bring back any other evidence that it's dead, then probably have a few gold lying around. But the head's pretty valuable.
Sure.
Have you got a bag or anything to keep it in? I'm not too keen on transporting a Medusa head.
I've got one.
I have a bag of holding.
There you go. And he kind of looks at you. He's like, "What? You not got enough bags? Like, what about your backpacks?"
We've got a bag. We've got a bag of cold and thing for. We'll put in that.
Oh, look at me! I've got fancy bags. All right.
Are you okay, mate?
He's like,
You're having a tough time.
he's
'Cause
like,
it's
you stand about 12 hours a day ordering these fucking idiots around.
yeah, fuck that.
Well, I mean, you're
Exactly.
Rather you than me. See you later.
He says, but it's definitely
Okay,
more.
we'll get the diamonds. We'll
He,
get
sa-
the diamonds.
he says definitely more cushy here than it is in there though.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go bringing anything back. Anything nefarious.
Just big cursed diamonds, no bother.
Well, I
isn't
mean,
Medusa head not nefarious enough?
if the head separate from the body, you know, it's not so scary. But I mean, don't go bringing back any mystical farts.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna see what we can do with that as well, but no guarantees.
What if we set the fart on fire? Would that instantly cure it?
He says, well, why don't you test it out and tell me the results?
I will try.
I'll let Garv do that. He can do that.
I can do that. Easy peasy.
He says, well, make sure you've got your flint ready.
And I
you
like
can-
rub my hands together. I'm like, my flint is always ready. Just bring me coal.
He's like, alright, steam-powered humans. Got it.
So you're gonna
Aye, alright, hold on. And then he starts like, he's like, alright, roll the gate up, and then a couple of his subordinates start pull a lever, and then the door starts, the gate, the little wooden palisade gates begin to slowly swing open. Seems like mechanical in nature. And then beyond it are these giant stone gates, which look like they work off some like chain pulleys. And he says, you can see like his subordinates look a bit nervous as he starts like walking down. He's like leading you guys towards the big stone gates. He's leading you down, and then he's he's pointing his subordinates to their positions, and they all look nervous, like they haven't opened the gate in a while, so they're kind of like, oh, don't know if this is a good idea, Chief. He's like, right. Hopefully we're not sending these fine people to their deaths. And good luck to you. Now these
They'll be
gates
fine.
will be shut as soon as you get to the other side. I don't know. Give us a few knocks when you feel like coming back.
Sure. See you in a bit.
Right. Roll the gates open, and then they start working the mechanical chains and pulleys, and yeah, the stone gates slowly push open, and you can see they're like pushing away dirt and rocks on the other side, and it's kind of like a very slow, arduous process. And it doesn't even open it all the way, but it's wide enough. It's like 10 feet wide, the gap in the middle. It's wide enough for you guys to get through, and what you see beyond is pitch blackness from where you are now. Yep.
I'll cast produce flame in my hand, so we have a bit of light.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. So
Yeah, I'll cast light as well.
sure. So you guys essentially have like torch light
Yeah.
on two people. Blah, 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 blah. Goddamn. Notes.
well, those gates were a lot nicer to us than Graggles though.
So as it opens, yeah, Vizuk's just like, alright, no lighter in. Be on your way. Don't want to let any spooky farts in. Come on.
Shut up, you spooky fart. Right, let's go.
Alright.
I will burn the spooky fart.
And you guys step into the pitch black, and you hear as you literally, as soon as whoever's in the back crosses that threshold, he's like, right, shut the gates, and then they're just like cranking it, and it's just like you hear like the chains clanking and clicking and clanking through all the mechanical stuff, and then the gates shut behind you. You're now alone. And
Is it too early to knock?
Well, I suppose.
As you begin to walk in, do you proceed? Is there anything you would like to do at this point?
While we're walking, I want to speak with Epkis in Infernal,
Sure.
All right.
and I want to tell him that I don't want to upset Garth, but a ghost told me that the spirits are restless because of the remains of a guy that is called Utask are here, and he asked me if we can bring them to the catacombs and they will deal with it.
So a ghost spoke to you again.
What do you mean again?
Not again. A ghost spoke to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Just trust me.
Well, I mean, okay. I thought your upset guy would probably just laugh at you.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking to you.
Fair enough. I wouldn't keep it a secret, though. Might get a bit of an odd look if you start carrying a body.
Yeah, I know.
We'll get away with it.
Well, I don't mind it.
We could just
Oh,
say
well.
it's the rest of it's the other half of the Medusa. You've got the head. It's also the body. We'll take care of it.
So as you guys begin stepping in further, you get into the main chamber through the initial tunnel. So it opens up, but it's hard to see beyond your dark visions, which a couple of you are like 120 feet. The light definitely helps, but every step you walk into this cavern echoes against the walls beyond like your small circle of light. The air is cold and damp. You hear a waterfall somewhere in the blackness, along with the faint echoes of battle. You hear like sword against sword and arrows and off, and it appears like battle is occurring just beyond your range of sight right now.
How high is the ceiling?
And you hear like the faint screams and the echoing cries of pain. People, creatures being pierced and cut down. You look to the ceiling. You can't see the ceiling. You look up and it just fades into blackness.
I want to try and fly up
Right.
slowly.
Okay. You slowly start flying up. How high do you want to go?
When I can see something on top of me.
Okay, you fly up about, your vision's like 120 feet, right? You fly up,
Yeah.
You fly up about 100 feet, and then you see like stalactites on the ceiling, and you do see a ceiling.
Do I see anything hiding?
No, make a perception check. You do not.
Okay.
But you still hear from below, beyond your vision. You see the faint, bright light coming off Bosner's warhammer.
Like from where I am now and where I was before, is the noise the same?
I mean, you flew like directly up, so yeah, it sounds like the battle is just still occurring like below on the ground. Like, it sounds almost like armies clashing together, but on a smaller scale. And you hear like the faint the faint cries and screaming.
Is it just Atara that hears this, or do we all hear it?
All of you hear it.
Oh.
It appears to be
That-
occurring just beyond your range of vision.
Is
Hey,
it the
Garth.
same volume?
Buster.
Pretty sure that's a ghost, mate.
It's got this like echoey. It's got like this echoey
Garth just like.
vibe to it.
Okay,
Make a
I
wisdom
wanna go
save.
down. I wanna go down, but fly above the group with my light.
Okay.
I will ready my axes, Jordan. Me, a giant spear in one hand and a hand axe in the other.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't disturb the dead.
Excuse me.
Well, I will
Bless
only
you.
be disturbing them if they're alive.
You won't be alive for much longer if you disturb them.
But it's clearly the sounds of battle. You can hear swords and arrows being shot.
And like basically directly in front of you as you come into this cavern, you hear like the faint rushing of a waterfall in the distance.
And there's
Like
water. Come on.
Shh.
There are no ghosts here. Stop with the senseless storytelling.
Ah! Ah!
See, that's
Ching,
someone being
ching.
killed. Ghosts don't die like that. Ghosts just kind of go, ooh, I lean back.
Okay,
waving
then
my
if you
hands on it.
think there is no ghost, please be quiet.
I have been quiet. This is my indoor voice.
Yeah, so shut up.
You're up there like a fucking lighthouse.
Knows
You
what a
prefer no
lighthouse
light
is.
at all?
Lived in the Underdark his whole life, knows what a lighthouse is.
I've seen toxic.
At 12 int though, yeah.
Mm.
Read lots of books.
He's
He is
street
not
smart.
a fool, he's just uneducated.
If anything,
Lighthouse
this is
is
where we
smart.
need the lighthouses.
Do you guys proceed, or is there anything you want to do? Like, this battle seems to be going on.
I think we should go for it.
Go through it?
Like, it just seems to be, as soon as you get into the cavern, it seems to be occurring just in front of you. Like, it seems to be happening in this cavern.
We shall just tell them we're not part of this one.
That's not how wars are fought.
Of course it is.
Okay, we'll try
Just-
that.
Onwards.
Well, we better go through.
Yep.
I think we do a smash and run. If we only smash who gets in our way.
So you guys step forward. Just for me, for no particular reason.
Uh-huh.
For no reason at all. I'm gonna bring you guys into. Let me make sure it's all set up. I'm gonna bring you guys here, and Crib's not here, so you can fuck off. But I need you to set up your formation. Is it and act like you're walking northward and set up your like formation for me?
I want to stay in the middle and fly top of the group.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, that'll be like this, I suppose. Or like here.
Whoa! Look at these tactical formations. Okie doke.
We call this one the really shit triangle.
Yeah.
I call this the scuffed cloak hanger.
I like that. Oh, that's a lot better than shit triangle.
What's this?
That's blackness.
I see ya, I see ya.
Oh, you
No,
can
that's,
see
that's,
stuff.
that's Kriv.
It's
Yeah,
because
that's
Kriv.
it's because he controls Kriv. He can see stuff.
I'll just put Kriv.
Oh,
Oh, it's gone now.
See ya.
We don't want to be.
Kriv is gone.
Crab. Kriv is gone.
Fucking spoilers. Anyway, so do you guys proceed in this manner? And you're obviously you're all like on edge because of the sounds of literal battle going on. As you move forward,
Oh.
into
I
the.
would like Bosnia in front of me so I can follow the light.
Oh, fuck off.
Makes
No,
sense.
the scuffed coat hanger is ruined.
That's fine. We swap places.
Is this
Oh.
your final answer?
Yes.
No, I was where I was. You go back in front.
Oh,
It
I'm the
doesn't
light.
have light.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you know, the light emanates far enough. It's like a torch, so it's 30 feet altogether. Anyway, bring you guys back.
Mhm.
As you proceed forward, you guys, as you go in, the battle seems to be surrounding you now, and it seems to be occurring behind you as well. Like you're in the middle of it.
Like, see, because I'm wearing the robe of ice, stuff from the ethereal plane. Do I see anything at all?
Well, the thing is, you can see 120 feet, right?
Yeah.
It appears to be occurring just beyond your vision range. So you can't see because it's in the darkness. Same with you, Darky.
Jesus.
It's a me. I'm not Jesus. Well,
He
He's
thinks
trying to
Jesus.
be.
maybe. Don't put me across, please.
He doesn't like God, he likes Jesus.
To punish you.
So yeah, like as you start getting, you walk towards, you're walking towards like the waterfall at this point. It's like the only sound that cuts through the, all the sounds of battle, and yeah, now the battle seems to be occurring all around you. As you keep moving, still not seeing anything at this point, you do hear something out of the ordinary. I'll say, okay, Isha, you're up front.
Mm.
Almost appearing out of nothingness, this bluish white visage, deep gnome, comes flying at you, flying through the air and towards your face.
Who you fucker?
And let's see here. You need to make in fact, all of you. This ghost it looks like a ghost, screams at you, and its jaw drops down like inhumanely, and it screams, and you all need to make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
You can look at the ghost like, fuck's your problem?
Uh-oh.
Ethel's like, is this my
Ghost.
brother?
Ghosts don't exist.
Ghost
Scared
don't,
of
ghost don't exist. Oh wait, advantage. I've got 12 because of the well rested.
You got 12 because of what?
The
Well
well
rested.
rested thing.
Oh yeah,
No,
there you go.
Okay.
I got 27 then, technically.
Well,
Uh,
I think you were fine anyway.
Yeah.
okay, so Garv. Oh wait, this is a saving throw, so it doesn't use the well rested.
God damn
It's
it.
ability checks. Anyway, Garv, all of you guys, ready your weapons, get ready to battle. Garv, you're like, holy shit, ghosts are real! And this thing that comes screaming towards you. Not only that, as Isha's at the front, it will touch him inappropriately, and he crits.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Okay, you
He
take...
grabs Issa's junk.
You take... So
Yikes
that's-
Like monkey grabbed grape.
You take 36 points of necrotic
Oh, I
damage.
thought it was going to be a lot more than that. I was waiting for 136.
No. As it
As I
screams,
say this-
you're ready to fight. Yeah, all of you have seen it at this point. It comes out of nowhere though, screams at you all. Garv, you're frightened. You back up and almost stumble and fall to the ground as it screams, and then just like puts its hand on Isha's chest, and like a pulse of necrotic dark energy like takes over your body, and you feel like the wind kicked out of you, like the life draining from you.
Yeah, I want
What
to
do you all
call
want?
out.
What do you want to do? It's a deep
I want to
gnome ghost.
call out Tusk.
Was this the Medusa? Please tell me.
It's
Any reaction?
it says it doesn't say anything. Did any of you want to do anything at this point? It
Well, is the
screamed,
ghost
and then
still
it's-
there and touching each
Oh,
other?
Well,
it-
this is all happening like instantly. It came out of nowhere. It screamed. You guys held fast, except
burning hands! Burning hands!
except
Yeah, but like-
Garv.
When I call the name, is he like looking at me or doing anything different than what he was doing before?
His
Burn the ghost!
his eyes look at you, and it says, in common, "They are coming! Everyone must hide!" And then it starts running away or flying away off to the side. What do you guys do?
I'll fly a bit higher.
Okay, you fly a bit higher. He's starting to try and fly away. You guys are kind of like,
I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast just in case.
okay, you start raiding the Eldritch Blast as he starts floating away. You do get an attack of opportunity if you want, Isha.
Nah, I think he was more scared than I was. That's fine.
Burning
Less
hands,
like.
self, 15-foot cone. Okay, you're gonna hit Isha with that.
I'm already crisp brown, boy.
Do you still wanna? Well, you already declared it, and you're
Ah,
afraid.
Yeah.
It's a cone, so it auto hits. I take it. Did I get that? Did I get a save?
Is
Like a deck save or
a
something?
make a deck save.
Okay, I rolled a 13, and Isha, what did you roll for your deck save?
I don't know.
Well, just to let you know,
Just 20.
my spells.
Oh.
Oh, you're fine.
So
My spells use my con,
yeah,
so
what's the DC on that?
that will be what is it again? What's your spell save come to?
If
8
yours
plus.
uses, yeah, if yours uses con, it's 8 plus your con modifier plus
proficiency.
16 then.
Yeah, it fails, so he takes a full 7 points.
Do I take
I
half?
can,
You
now
take
I
half.
can't burn the fart. Look what you've done.
Yeah, out of fear. And good thing it wasn't
Ow.
a target spell, you would have had disadvantage because you're considered afraid. But he starts flying away, off to the side and towards buildings. There are buildings you can see just at the edge of your vision around here. And he starts flying towards a cluster of them, like ruined buildings. This is like a mirror of Inner Blingdenstone, but just, like, you thought Blingdenstone was bad, at least they're rebuilding. This place is fucking decimated.
Is there anything, Paul, that resembles a temple?
Make a perception check.
Yikes.
I scared the Medusa guys.
Hey, you can get advantage on this one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Do
I
you
can
wanna
use my well rested.
You want to use it?
I mean, do I have to? Or can I just say, I think fuck it, I use it.
I'll say the first check, because you're like rested, bright and early, and then you'll
Nice.
obviously get tired for the day. Let's have a look here. Perception 23. You see, okay, you don't see any, you don't see anything that looks like temples. This looks more like the residential area in Inner Blingdenstone. Except, rather than, there are caves where this ghost is flying towards, but there's also like these ruined, surface-esque buildings. Whoa, what the fuck?
Enough of that. Oh, fuck me.
Someone's
What
being
if you
attacked by
bought
a
Ethan,
tornado.
please.
What's that?
Dead.
He
Is it
got
the ghost?
he got
the
got by the
ghost.
ghost.
The ghost. It's like the ring or some shit.
No, keep that to yourself, mate.
Yep.
I didn't want no part of this.
So yeah, you see it heading towards a specific building though with that perception check. This ghost seems to be beelining it. And it is going at a pretty decent pace, but it's not like fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, hello.
Hello, you're
Hello.
fine now.
Alright, I
Hiya.
apologise for blowing all your eardrums out.
What?
All good. Dude, we had... Let's see, how many Twitch viewers left there? Oh, it's probably you guys.
Yeah, I loaded it up, but I've not really been paying attention.
So what do you guys do at this point? Right, there's a ghost. Runs. He flies out of nowhere, screams at you all, attacks one of you. Then, upon Atara asking if it's some name, she says a name at it. You guys are kind of like, what? And then he just says, "They're coming, we must flee," and flies off towards a specific building, which Isha rolled a high enough check to see.
I
should
think we
lag.
handled that situation quite well. I think we should continue onward, away from that flying bat.
I'm just gonna keep a hold of Dawnbringer and like put my staff on my back.
Okay, so your Eldritch
Should we
Blast
go check out?
disappears,
Check out the building?
and then you pull
Yeah,
out.
it is.
You pull a Dawnbringer. Do you activate it?
No, not yet.
Okay, you just got the hilt.
I'll cast Shillelagh on my stuff just for fun.
Okay, and then you guys still hear like the cling, cling, like the screams and stuff.
So Garv,
And
ghosts aren't real.
shh.
You're correct, that was not a ghost. That was quite clearly a wizard.
Then why did you shit your pants?
He fucking screamed at us, dude.
Okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
I mean, if something scares a ghost, I don't know if I want to go that way.
It might be the Medusa.
I
Nothing
think
we
Uh,
come here to kill.
it might be the residue of a battle.
Or an earth elemental. Oh, I would like to fight an earth elemental. That would be a great challenge, a strength.
The ghost might not be scared. It might be a reflection of how they were when they were living.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Remember, not everyone dies a warrior. Some people die cowards. And that's
I
a
like that
sad
guy.
fate.
I'll keep that in mind when you die.
Come on, let's go.
Should we not investigate the building that Mr. Shimmy Boy went to?
He's a wizard, he'll be fine.
Do you
He'll
want
shake it
to?
off. No.
I think we should.
He's scared.
I mean,
You're no longer
He's running away.
you're no longer considered feared, by the way, because it's out of line of sight. Because you guys have obviously been talking. He flew fast enough to.
Fear has no range, Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah. The only person who saw where he went was Isha, because he has like really good dark vision, and you guys have light.
Madarki.
God damn it. So what'd you guys do at this point?
Forward?
Forward, yes, forward, yes.
If that one everyone agrees on.
Okay, you guys continue onwards towards the. You can see at this point the cavern's really big, and you sort of the way you walk, you're weaving around. You do see the edges of the cavern. Eventually, it's quite large though, and you move onward towards the waterfall noise, the running water, and you come to a pool.
Please don't be blood.
There's a pool where the waterfall's currently crashing into it. Not too heavily, mind you. It's not crazy, and you do still hear the faint noises behind you at this point. They're not in front of you anymore since you got this pool here, or to either side. They're all behind, and you see that the pool's about 100 foot in diameter. Just at a glance, as you like cast your light over the pool, it doesn't look deep either. Maybe about just at a glance, you can see the bottom of it, and flanking the pool up ahead at either side of the waterfall are two wide, rough-hewn staircases that climb about 30 feet or so up. And you see above it, it sort of levels off into another cave, and you can see the vague glimmerings from the refracting off your light sources. There's some like shiny stuff up there embedded in the walls, and not only that, also flanking the stairs, as you kind of got the pool in the middle, the waterfall is feeding into it. Then at either side of the pool, these stairs leading up to the same area, and then to the left of the left stairs, there seems to be a path, like a tunnel, and then to the right, there's also a tunnel.
Hmm.
If I was an alchemist, where would I keep my lab?
I think that's a different place.
Is that here?
No, I don't think so.
I think this might be the Medusa cave.
The lab was in the boon, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm getting confused. Right. Well, but how
If
does the
you
water...
give me 10 minutes, I can cast detect magic.
Want.
That wizard might come back.
So I'll wait 10 minutes.
Oh god.
Okay.
And
If you're waiting 10 minutes,
ritual
I'm gonna-
casting detect magic,
Mhm.
which is not self range. I don't know why it says that.
Okay. So you sit down and you start drawing out a ritual. You draw some sigils and start meditating on it for 10 minutes. Anyone doing anything else in this 10 minutes?
I'm gonna look like back from where we came from, where we hear the sounds of battle, and I'm just gonna look,
Sure.
just keep watch.
Roll a perception check. Anyone want to do anything else?
See the gemstones you meant? Oh no, the shinies you spoke of.
Yeah, you're not close enough to see exactly what it is, just because you've got light sources vaguely shining
Yeah.
up. You can see when you kind of move your light sources around, you get like little glimpses of something shimmering, almost like little pieces of glitter in the distance. Stuck
How
into the-
distant?
just like embedded in the wall, sort of 40 feet away, so up the stairs.
I suppose now if you'll come up the stairs a bit. Just to have a wee sneak peek.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. You guys go up and Atara's sitting there doing a ritual. Ebkis, as you're staring out, as you sat here, you see coming from the battle sounds, another ghostly visage is darting straight towards you. Because you rolled a crit, you get to react right now. What do you want to do?
Can I ready an Eldritch Blast and say something?
Sure, yeah. Talking's a free action unless it's like,
Alright.
you know, a fucking
Freedom
die
of
roll.
speech.
I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast and just call out to it and ask it what it wants.
Okay. So you hold out your what's your focus again? Like your book or something?
I guess so. At this point, I have no idea how it works. I'm too afraid to ask.
The power
guess.
increase compels you.
Yeah. Yeah, you like when you cast magic, generally you have your tome in hand, and sometimes I think you cast it, channel it through like your weapon usually. So if you're holding your quarterstaff, you like channel it through, and you're getting ready. You're holding, and this purple energy starts seeping into your weapon as you aim it towards it, and you call out, "What do you want?" And then it darts toward you, and it's just like, "Run for your lives! We're all gonna die!" And then it screams at like the top of its lungs, and it, as it seems to be panicking, running towards you. Do you let go of your blast?
How far away is it?
At this point,
Roughly.
it's like 30 feet away.
Oh, I don't have time for a warning blast then.
Okay, go ahead and roll an Eldritch Blast.
There's a warning next to it.
Oh,
Well,
you don't
roll
want to hit
one.
it? Okay, you
But I've got time for another one
Yeah.
if it keeps coming towards me.
okay, so you
You
fire your shot. That actually hits if you want it to.
no thanks.
Okay, so you fire it close enough to give it a warning shot, and as you do, you see its form just dissipate, and then reappear and materialize, and then dart off to the side into the darkness, back into the sounds of battle.
I'll let go of the rest of it then.
Yeah, you just like, phew. At this point, those of you who have climbed up the steps, yeah, do you want to go up the left steps or the right?
Right.
Right. Because it's like a 100-foot diameter pool, so it's pretty big. And you know, there's steps at either side, and the waterfall's just pushing down. So you go up to the right. As you get to yep.
Is there anything in the pool? If it's clear enough to see, is there anything in it?
Yeah, make a perception check. What area is this again? Alright, is this...
Yikes. Uh-oh.
Let's see here. What'd you get? 11. Because your light source is away, it's pretty hard to see. You're like looking at this place is pitch black. I know you got dark vision, but it's still like pretty difficult to see clearly. Usually I'd make you roll with disadvantage, but since it's like point blank, you have a look and the water just looks dark and murky without a light source. But from before you can tell it's not deep, like it says. Like you obviously haven't tested how deep, but you could see the bottom of it. So before, but you don't see any like shinies or anything like that.
Okay.
You guys at the top of the steps, you come up, up the 30-foot high steps, and you see bisecting this cave is some kind of river, which obviously leads down and forms a waterfall. And their source, you can't see it because it's beyond your dark vision, but the source seems to be coming from up ahead. But yeah, you make it to the top and you're in this cavern at the moment. It's not too big. It's actually rather small, especially compared to the place you just came from. In terms of its like wideness, like you could see the other side, over the other side of the river. The river's not that wide. It's like 10-15 foot wide in some places, and you can see over to the other side. And yeah, that's all you see at the moment. There's obviously more to this if you want to venture in.
Where are my shines?
Oh, with the thing. Okay, so with Bosner's lit warhammer, you see it refracting sort of mostly above and around you. There seems to be these crystals embedded within the cave. And there's also like some bioluminescent fungi giving off very, very dim light. Almost impossible to see unless you come up close, but yeah, you see these crystal formations, and up ahead it looks like they erupt from the floor. And as Bosner's light sort of passes over it, you see it forms like this kaleidoscope of colours on like the surrounding walls. Just how you'd expect light to refract off crystals, essentially.
Ooh.
But you'd have to come in to get like a closer look at most of them, as they're a bit deeper in the cave.
I look at Buster, I'm like, I think we wait for the others. I don't trust things I have never seen before in my life. Oh no, Bosner's looking at these crystals lovingly. He thinks they are his son.
What? Just rocks, man.
It's minerals.
Yeah, rocks. Trust me, I know rocks. They're just shiny rocks.
Yeah, like I said, there's more of these like you can see the small ones at the entrance. They're kind of embedded in the walls, and then up ahead, closer to upstream, I guess would be the best way to describe it. In the floor, there seems to be bigger ones erupting out the ground, and obviously you can't see like beyond that. However, Adara, you finish your ritual.
Yep.
And you've currently got Detect Magic on.
Yep. Do I
Hey, Hara,
detect
see when you finish
anything
that.
apart from us?
Is there anything what, sorry?
Do I detect anything apart from us?
What's the range on that?
30 feet.
You don't detect anything magical at the moment, as you quickly scan your surroundings.
Okay.
How long does it last?
I think.
Up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you cast it, you look around 360 degrees, you don't see any magical auras emanating from anything in your near vicinity of 30 feet.
Okay.
You have a look at the pool
I'll
and you don't see
tell
anything too.
I'll tell Isha and Eptis to where the other tools are.
Okay.
Sorry, say that again.
I'll tell you to move where the other two are,
Okay.
Oh, so
and I'll
the
fly
rest
over.
so the rest of you scale the stairs.
Mhm.
Okay. As you come up into this cavern. The ceiling is lower. This is like you can tell this is like a sub cave. You kind of came from a main one. This seems like a branch off of it. Uh, and yeah, you're at like the top of the steps at this point. On the right hand, are you all on the right hand side, or did any of you want to go on the left steps?
Right.
Okay. So yeah, you're up there at the moment, and yeah, you see the shallow, swiftly flowing stream bisecting the cave, and the crystalline formations up ahead.
Anything detected?
Yep. Well, it depends. How far do you move in?
Well, I go.
Are you guys like advancing, or are you kind of staying where you are?
Can I go like 15 feet in?
Okay. Yeah, you can start slowly advancing. Eventually, right on the, well, not right now, not 15 feet. Do you want to go any further?
Wanna fly on top of the like rivers?
Okay, you fly above the river. You're hovering above the river, and
Yeah.
you get a good scan on the other side of the river, sort of 30 feet away at this point. You do see something. Uh, do. Where is it?
I tell
Oh
the
no,
others what I
sorry.
see.
Yeah, you see beyond, slightly further up because you got 120 foot of range. You see. Make a perception check. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yikes. You okay?
We still have light.
Uh, Bosner has light. You're kind of ahead of him, but you know.
You have your magic eyes.
Yeah, but I get advantage, but it's disadvantage because it's dark. So okay, 17.
Uh, one sec. Okay. Uh, the advantage is cancelled out because the thing you see is like in the dark part of your vision. But beyond, where the river comes from, you see where the source of it is. Seems to be coming from this ledge up ahead. There seems to be a ledge with stairs leading up to it. Again, about 30 feet, similar to the ones you kind of scaled. And it's like as you come into the cave, the right path kind of narrows a bit and then it widens again, and there's a ledge. And beyond it, in the center, right above the river, you see a large statue of some sort. One second. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you see a large statue standing on this ledge, which kind of comes over this river. It's kind of like a reverse sea.
Anything magic?
Uh, you're not within 30 feet if you're meaning like the thing, since you're just like edging inwards. You could definitely fly upwards if you want.
Yeah, I want to.
Okay, you can start advancing. What about the rest of you? You guys notice that
I'm
Dara's
just-
kind of like scanning things out with their magical eyeballs.
As long as there are no ghosts.
There's
I
one
follow.
ghost. I don't know where the hell he went though.
Yeah, the
What's he
sound,
mean?
Pretty sure the same one jumped out at me.
the sounds of battle are fading, you know, behind you, but you vaguely hear them, you know, off.
I'm just kind of moving up with everyone else, but I'm keeping an eye on the way we came in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. 30 feet range on your detect thing. Okay. Are you guys trying to like walk in tandem with, or trying to keep up at least?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure thing. You guys woke up at Tahara. You notice with your perception check at this point and your detect magic, that this statue in front of you, this very large statue, it's about 20 feet tall, and it looks like made of stone. At this point, with your perception check, it looks like it has in the center of its chest, it has this faint red glow from your detect magic, and you notice with your perception check, off to your left is a winged statue flanking it, sort of further to the side. And as you look over and you have a look at this statue, it's smaller, it's way smaller, it's like human sized, and it's perched on the ledge. You look back at the statue in front of you, and you see the glow from like your magical eyeballs begins to, the intensity increases, and it gets to the point where you guys who are a bit further behind, most of you who don't have like insane dark vision, but Isha, you definitely see it, see this red glow, and it starts to
What
almost
kind of magic is that?
almost like it's increasing in uh,
Power.
power, yeah. And
Condom.
then at that moment, I'll tell you now what kind of magic. You probably know what kind of magic when this happens, but
Yeah, I know
the
the
creature's eyes then shine red, and it gives out a like guttural like grinding noise of stone like grinding against stone as its arms sort of crack loose and its legs, and all the dust kind of starts falling off it in pebbles and rocks as it like life comes to it basically. And then we'll take a break right there.
No! No!
About time.
Break
The
time.
cliffhanger of this intro.
Break time.
Back in 5.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Garth will explain everything in science to prove ghosts are not real.
In science. Can't even explain it in words.
My dad just says it was a lizard. Lizards know how to fly.
And go through people.
Uh-huh. Plane shift.
You're a wizard, Gareth. You're a wizard.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy how.
So you guys watch Game of Thrones?
I have indeed.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Next fucking week's gonna be rough.
Yep. Who's in your Deadpool?
Oh, fucking. Beyond a reasonable doubt, a couple, but like, with a chance, fucking everyone.
Yeah.
Bit of a chance.
The amount of death flags in last episode was insane.
You should go to the crypt where it's safe. You'll be safe in the crypt. You know what? You should be in the crypt where it's safe. I want to fight. Be in the crypt where it's safe.
Hmm.
Yeah, with all those ancient dead bodies. Safe.
Fucking
Fucking where is it?
Big Chungus, whatever her name is, from Skins. Fucking Big Chungus.
3 preggers.
Hello,
Don't know
hello.
what her name is.
Hello,
Right.
hello, hello.
So, what
Sam's
school of
bit.
magic is that?
Right, okay.
Let's get right in there.
Right back to it.
It appears to be some form of conjuration? Ish?
Question mark?
Skipoo. But now,
Oh, I just conjured.
Out of nowhere.
Because with detect magic, I know the school of magic.
you do. Conjuration.
Why is it turn on?
Can I? Can you see what's happening?
Yeah, give me a sec.
That's right.
When I see that thing glowing
One sec, actually. I need to-
monstrously, I'll fly back as fast as I can. Make my allies.
Well, you can do that on your initiative order.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess right.
Wait,
Right.
I have a question, Jordan.
Alright, I'm bringing you guys in. You ready?
I'm ready.
Boom.
Absolutely.
I would
7
My
B.
question is, did I
Ooh.
hear, did I see a light, or did I just hear the grumble?
You hear like the and then like the crunching of like stone, like.
I shut my eyes. I say,
Come on.
Oh yeah.
I say, Imcus, if it's not the Medusa, tell me to open my eyes.
Sure thing, Garv.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you don't say anything within the next 10 seconds, I'm going to assume you are stoned. I have 7.
Oh wait,
Oh, yep.
it looked like a 1 on my screen, but it's a natural 20. Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
that's
that was
it.
Garv.
Damn, nice rolls, Garv and Adara.
Oh yeah, that happens well.
Hey, I've got 7, thank you.
7? Oh,
Why
sorry,
did
I
you roll
need to change
twice?
it.
Because of my danger, not danger state. Yeah, what's it called?
Alert.
There you go.
No. Feral instinct.
Feral instinct.
Alright, Isha, you are up first. You just you see it, because you got decent vision. You saw the statue when you come up to it, but you're just like, oh, it's just a statue, and then you seen the glow, and you see, like, the panic and Adara's flying. And, this thing
What's
just,
that
like,
wee fucker?
if you can see it, then, you see some sort of statue, which you can see starting to move a little bit too.
Uh oh.
The big
I'll,
no bueno.
And the eyes of them are currently red. Of all
Let me see
Them?
what I have
these
out.
creatures.
Hey, I have my bow out. How convenient.
Pew pew pew, incoming.
I mean, one can assume it's kind of threateningly moving towards us, right?
It looks threatening.
Hmm.
That's why
Okay.
initiative is rolled.
Yep. I mean, you can always talk, but
Yeah, you can talk
Yeah.
it. You can talk to it if you want.
I might not listen.
I mean, red glowing eyes. I don't know, Chief. That might be a rough one. Yeah, I'll just shoot it. Guessing that's the only thing we can do here.
You shoot it. Okay,
I shoot it.
sure. Go ahead and make a shoot roll.
Giving him the business.
That hits. Whoops.
That was a warning shot with max
Nice.
damage.
24 damage
24
warning shot.
damage.
Consider him warm.
24. Got it. Alright, anything else?
More arrows.
Go
Where
for
that
it.
came from.
Release the arrow.
Warning shot, warning volley.
19. That doesn't hit. Clinks off its hard, stony hide, and you can see at this point it has these weird crystals protruding out of it too. Its
Uh-oh.
body.
Is
Which
little
it-
fella get?
It appears to give him a tougher hide as it clinks off one of those crystals.
Uh-oh. Is the little fella moving
He looks like,
threateningly?
it looks like the wings are slowly like starting to flap, and like dust and stone and pebbles are coming off of it. It also appears to be made of stone.
Is the eyes red on that one as
Yep.
well?
Both of them have red eyes.
Oh no.
Red eyes, black
then
dragons over here.
Oh, I was gonna.
Then I'll curb my shot.
Okay. Does he need to be? He needs to be within 60 feet, right? Or some shit.
Yep.
Yep, he's in range. Okay.
He's well within me.
So do you get to make another attack roll, or is it the 19 that's used? Or
Let's
reroll the
read.
attack roll.
What
Make
is
an
that?
attack roll with him.
So you get to roll again. It has to be
yeah.
debuffed though, since you rolled a debuff.
Yep. Oh,
13, that is probably not a hit. Let me just double check. Nope.
it's rock people.
As it
am I
clings against the side, it gives out like a screech like a bird.
right? Oh,
Does the first arrow
It's like
appear to do damage?
hard to tell. You're quite far away.
Okay.
alright. Third arrow
It
against
definitely
big.
met its target. We'll say that. That hits
Against Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Uh-oh.
17 piercing. Cool.
Yeah. Which one is this? Oh, Brute Bane, that one.
Con save.
Oh, that's probably a bit idea. Fuck.
It rolled a 22. So he takes a
Fail.
11 necrotic. Is that necrotic halved if he saves?
No, it takes the damage, but it doesn't take the debuff.
Alright.
Unless it doesn't say it otherwise.
Yeah. His eyes like flicker for a moment with your arrow meeting its target, wedged between a crack in its rocky form. His eyes flicker and then they glow ever so bright. Like he's angry.
I'll chug potion of milk, which is a potion of potion health.
Potion of milk health.
Yep.
Okay.
Which
I don't know what it
is
is.
mixed in with his milk.
2d4
Yeah, you got
plus
some D&D with you.
In the hip
Should
bar.
have. Should have. So
Okey
that
doke.
with the bonus. And is that river like rough? Or is it quite gentle?
It's flowing pretty quickly, but it look.
Is it shallow
You
enough?
guys didn't investigate it before, so I'll say make a perception check. I'll say you can use your perception check here. Bosner shines enough light on it. Oh yeah, I'll give you your torch. DM tools, torch. So you do have a torch. Yeah, you see that it's running pretty rapidly, but
It's a bird.
it doesn't look too deep.
Question mark.
You'd reckon you could walk through it at a heavy,
Half speed.
more than half, like less than that, I should say less than half.
How-
It'd be like
Oh gee.
quarter speed through that.
Wait. I think my roll 20 just died.
Oh no.
That's enough.
Hello?
Yeah,
Please?
you've managed to be half on a square.
I don't know how.
It's like it's desynced, right?
Yeah,
like it's fine
I
for
can't
you.
really. I'll
Yeah, refresh.
if I can move me across the river. If I
Okay,
can move.
you were here, so 5, 10, 15. You'd be like here. You'd be still be in the river, but on the edge on the other side.
Oh, your feet are gonna get wet.
And it's like up to your.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Actually, how tall are you? Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to swim. So, and it's fast speed, yeah. So it's half of your half speed. So let's see, that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go. You got 25 just now. So half of 25 is 12, but rounded down to 10. So you can go another 5. So you can be here. Can you see that?
From there to there.
Well, you went. Okay, so you went 5.
Mm-hmm.
And you have how much movement speed do you have?
30.
There.
So you go 5, then you go 10, 15, then 20.
No,
or then
because
10, 15.
swim speed's already halved,
Ah,
and
right,
because
sure.
it's rough terrain, because it's fast-moving water, and it's 10 feet deep,
Half
so
again.
you have to swim. It's another
Half.
half, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
Because
Oh,
we
that
can't
makes
like give you fraction of like 5 feet. Like I
Yeah.
can't
No,
give
no.
you like.
If it's not shallow enough to walk through it, then no.
All right, you just stay or move somewhere
Mhm.
else.
Yeah, I just move backwards a bit.
Okay.
What
Well,
Epicus
you
is
can,
like,
can you move yourself, or do you want me to do it? All right,
I did it now.
that works. All right, you done?
Yep.
All right, Bosner, you're up.
Hey Garv,
Yes.
take my blessing.
Sure. What does it do?
I reach over
Yep.
and I touch his. Was it a big? Is that an axe you've got?
I have a hand axe or my giant spear axe.
Giant Slayer axe. There you go. Enjoy. And I'm gonna. So yeah, you get bright light 30 foot. So slightly more than I think a torch is 20 foot bright and then 20 foot dark. Yeah.
You bless, or you
Yeah.
you bless his axe.
Oh wait.
I bless
you
his
need-
weapon.
You need to bless my hand axe because my giant spear's a magic weapon.
So yeah.
Yeah, if the weapon isn't already a magic weapon.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay, your hand axe is bless.
You get a hand axe is blessed, man. You do an extra
Your hand axe-
4d8 radiant.
Glows up.
Concentration for an hour, Jesus.
Yep. I'm just gonna stand.
So you
Over
drop
here.
your lights concentration, right? Cantrip.
I don't think it is actually, but yeah, drop it.
Oh, okay. Wait, for some reason I can't delete the torch.
It stays.
Oh, I put it in the wrong layer, that's why.
I was wondering why I couldn't see it.
My bad.
Yeah, so
I had it on the GM layer. Anyway,
Fine.
alright, so you bless him, is that that's a bonus.
Bonus
Holy
action.
weapon, nice.
Yeah, that's a good one. And I'm just gonna
So-
hold a sacred flame.
Garv has the wrench of
Fucking-
holy weapon.
What?
Yep. The holy wrench.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
praise be the sacred spanner.
So, you got 20 foot of movement and you got your action left. What do you want to do?
Sure. I'm not gonna do much. I'm gonna hold a sacred flame until these things get closer.
Okay, that was that 30
I can
foot
actually
range.
see them.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to see. You
I
can
just
see
like I know
faint
something's coming.
glows, but it'd be like disadvantage to attack them with anything from here. Is that you?
Sacred flame is 60 foot range, but yeah,
Ah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay,
And yeah, that's me just now.
got it. Ipkiss, what would you like to do?
As I can also see jack shit, what I'm going to do is probably just move over yonder and then hold Eldritch Blast.
Sure thing.
And
Hold
that
it
would be-
until something's in range.
Yes, or until I can see it actually.
Sure thing.
Can't see anything.
You'll have to tell me
Like,
when you can.
They're right there.
I'll do that.
My turn.
My turn.
My
isn't
turn. This thing, its eyes glow hot red, and he pulls his arms up and digs them into the ledge, the ground, one by one. And then Bosner. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Like,
I can't see it yet.
yeah. Bosner. Okay, here's what happens. Let me do this first. Boom.
Oh,
Nice.
oh no.
Oh.
Okay. Each of you need to make a DC 7A. You guys need to
What?
make. You guys all need to make deck saves as the ground below you, shards of it start breaking and forming these big pillars which start bludgeoning you and pushing you to the side, and
Oh dear.
the ground
Oh.
beneath you is literally erupting underneath.
I heard DC 70, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
assume that's not right.
Oh my god, no, Bosner.
Please.
Oh no.
I mean, this is okay because my eyes are shut. I expected to fail this roll
Okay, so
because I have not been told otherwise to open my eyes.
Garv and Isha, you take 37 bludgeoning damage.
Casual.
87.
37. And you're
Still
not raging,
100
right?
plus.
Yikes.
Nope.
Okay, and Epicus and Bosner, you take half of that. So.
Was that 16?
15, 16,
Alright,
17, 18.
18.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
Oh, you got
Ah,
it.
Con save.
Yeah, and then once it's all erupted, all this is like the river, the rocks, like the way the terrain is, it starts crumbling into the river, and you guys are barely keeping your footing here, and this entire cube is considered difficult terrain.
Cool.
That's
Uh,
half, isn't it?
what's that? Sorry?
That's half movement.
Yeah, half movement. Garv, your turn.
Get him.
Epicus is a Medusa.
No, it's not. Open your eyes.
My eyes are open. Oh, where's the danger? Something hit me. It's hard to move.
It's there, and I just point in the
Bosner,
dark.
make a concentration check.
I did.
Oh, you did.
Yes.
Sorry. Never seen.
Is it ahead of me?
Oh yeah, sorry. That light should be 30 foot bright and then 30 foot dim.
Okay, I'll sort that.
It's one
Hold
right
on.
ass light.
Yeah.
I see Adara. I'm like, Adara's dumb. She keeps getting herself into trouble. I run up.
Wait, it's 30-30.
You left. Yeah, 30 and 30. Yeah.
It's less than a torch.
No, the torch.
Oh,
the
sorry,
torch
60. Yeah. It's slightly more than a torch. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right, Jordan. When I reach the point where I've ran to,
Here, that's what your thing looks like. Okay, you run forward.
Sweet.
Uh-oh.
when I see this,
Boom, this is what you see.
I do not rage, but I exclaim like Thor in Thor Ragnarok. Yes!
Yeah. He's currently on this 30-foot high platform. So the base, his feet are 30 feet up. And then he's an additional 20 feet high.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Enemy spotted.
He's a big boy. As you run up with your glowing hand axe of Thor imbued blessings. What would you like to do, sir?
Can't really.
Challenge him to come down and fight, maybe.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Is there any way like I can like taunt it so it comes towards me instead of Adara?
If you want,
It's up to you.
I'm gonna try that.
what do you want
I
to do?
use my I'm gonna use my action for that.
Okay.
Like I shout like horrible things at it in Primordial. I'm like, fucking Earth sucks, fire rule.
Your ma's an ugly boulder. Like,
He would remember that.
Make a
Has your mother even seen you?
performance check at disadvantage.
come on, big performance check. Let's go.
Oh, that's actually right.
Better than expected.
Okie doke. Keep that number in mind for me.
And then I'm gonna use my bonus action to rage.
You have the there's an arm or some shit. You have the muscle man of rage.
And I'll leave my turn.
Alright.
Since I've now clocked it, do I have permission to actually go pew pew?
If you can see it, yeah, you
I
can
can see it, yeah.
pew it up.
Woohoo!
Just 300 foot.
Fuck!
Miss.
Hit me.
Miss. Miss.
Ah.
Joking
The,
me.
you missed with the first two, and the last one refracts off one of the crystals of his body and amplifies the power as it blasts into the cave wall behind it.
Wait, does what? Amplifies?
Yeah, it's like it's crystal, like waiting through the crystal.
It's like Pink Floyd style.
Oh! Interesting.
Oh,
no.
fuck, we're fighting Pink
No.
Floyd.
Like
It's not
Dark,
interesting.
what's it called, that album? I don't know, I don't like Pink Floyd. Dark Side of the Moon or
Dark side
something.
of the moon.
You don't like Pink Floyd?
Uh,
Oh,
He's
you.
weird.
Don't worry, they speak highly of Jordan as well, it's fine.
Pew pew.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't like Pink Floyd.
Inside check the DM, that's a bold move, sir.
I just like, can I insight that?
Sure, if you want.
You
No,
talking shit, boy.
Oh no, I'm back. I am a fool.
That wasn't me, but okay. I'll take that one.
Yeah, you rolled really. Oh no, that was Zeb because you rolled insane. Yeah, I
Just-
definitely don't like Pink Floyd.
Okay then.
Can't believe it.
Okay, you see, as you're like beating your chest at this thing, you hear something to your right, Garv, and you too, Dara, as you're flying there, almost frozen because of the sheer. You look at your friends getting kind of wrecked from behind, and you're kind of in panic mode.
To my right or his right?
Well,
Because I'm flying
firstly,
back.
yeah,
We're both facing the same way.
to your right, you see out in the darkness, something flies up and assaults you. It's one of these guys that you didn't notice.
Quay?
These guys can move 60 feet, so they're gonna fly up to you. Alright, time to hit
No
you.
fly. This is a no fly zone.
Gargoyle repeating,
Gargoyle repeating
NPC
it.
action,
Big claw.
$3 roll base.
Big claw.
That counts a miss.
That's not a good thing.
The first one rolls a 22 and a 17 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Q?
13 points piercing and slashing.
What's like Q's Quay? Q? Quay?
And then the other one at the other side of you as you're flying up rolls a 15 and a 20.
Yeah.
So that's another 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. As they just like, they see something flying up,
Oh
and they
wait,
just dart
wait.
towards you and start slashing and clawing and biting at you.
Spirit shield. I was kind of forgot I could do that.
Okay. That's a reaction, right?
So- yeah.
Can I also do Sacred Flame that I was holding?
Sure. The first one you would have seen would have been the one that assaulted on her right. So go ahead and roll
Sure.
Sacred Flame. You reduce. So take. What's the first attack? 5 hit points back. What's your name again? Adara. Take 5 hit points back.
It won't matter. She'll be dead soon.
As like the as the first claw attack comes in, one of Gar's spectral ancestors parries it with his flame, and then
That was my great
recedes
granddad.
into the darkness. Bosner, they need to roll a dex save. So this guy, he needs to roll a dex save. He fails, so he takes in 9 points of radiant.
Yep.
Boom. Alright, now it's your turn, Adara.
Yay.
You're just flying up there, having a look around. All of a sudden, these earth creatures, these creatures made of stone, these gargoyles. They're obviously gargoyles. You can see them, and this crazy large statue have just started assaulting you and your buds. What are you gonna do about it?
Thunder wave.
Okay, go ahead. That's a 15-foot cube, right, or something like that.
Yeah. I'll give you the description.
Go over it. A wave of thunderstorm sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a con save. Okay, so luckily enough, Garv's out of reach because you're flying up. So the other two will have to make con saves. Blah 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 blah. 15 and a 6. So they both
Hey.
fail. So they both take
They
10
push
points.
10 foot,
They both take 10 points of thunder. Boop. And a beat.
and they get pushed 10 foot away.
Okay, doke.
Go Pikachu.
So 10 feet this way and 10 feet this way. As you just like
Yeah.
burst out of thunderous energy, and they just like screech again and recoil whilst they're in the air and flap to regain their composure.
How high are you again?
Bonus.
30 feet.
Like, I guess 20 feet.
You're up like 20, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll say 20 feet if you
So-
want.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
And bonus action, I'll cast Shillelagh on my stuff.
Yep. So your staff,
and
a bunch of things
since-
start going around it.
Since I'm not in melee with them anymore,
Mhm.
I'll fly.
That was a good move.
Over-
Thunder wave
over
and then
here.
run away. Yeah, that's a cool move. Anything
It's a
else?
valid strategy.
The combo's missing.
And that's me.
Okay, doke. Is Shillelagh concentration?
No.
Uh,
Well,
Isha.
my my was that detect magic was, but
Yeah.
I think I dropped it.
It was here.
You took a bunch of damage. Roll me 4 DC 10 con saves.
Me.
Concentration check,
Why?
so roll 4 con saves to keep up detect magic.
I don't want to.
Oh, you just drop it?
Yeah.
Alright, you drop it.
I don't need it anymore. I wanted to see if there was anything,
Okay.
and I found it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Start
so-
with your
mean-
magic, Mike.
I mean, that's the downside of having it only 30 feet range. You kind of have to get close, and then by the time you get close, it's too late. Alright,
I've seen that.
yeah, Isha, it's your turn now. You're currently in
Alright.
difficult terrain. It's hard to keep your foot in. The owl is flapping around on your back, trying to help,
Trying to lift them.
trying to lift you up.
It's not helping, but
Just pulling
Ow.
out his cloak.
Al's gonna flank
Jesus.
and peck at the fucker.
What's the movement speed on owl?
60 fly.
Okay, that's probably enough. Yeah, that's enough for sure. It's gonna peck.
Yeah, it's gonna use the health action.
Okay.
Back
yep,
at it.
Yep, that's fine. So it starts distracting it.
Can I move to the box below me, or do I have to go diagonal?
No, you would yeah, like you could probably go to that diagonal space.
Okay, that's 10.
Yep. Yeah, that'll cost you an extra 5 foot just to get out.
30.
There you go.
And I'll shoot that one,
Sure.
the north one. I don't know if the ping. I think I'm gonna restart this fucking website after this.
No worries.
Gonna go up to the server.
It's just gonna do a hard reset on this. Dog.
23 is a hit. 20 damage, right?
Arrow number 2.
Yep. Yep.
Yikes. That one hit.
Nope. The last one goes
Uh,
wide.
Or does it?
Well, that's what I mean, I can kind of see him. Can I see big dudes?
He has half cover from you, but sure. You see him still.
Well then.
Stop
I
trying to distract him from my distraction of toying.
So if you want to use
I-
your curve arrow, you can re-roll your debuff. And then
Actually, no. No.
No?
I forgot to do this. Yikes.
Ooh.
okay, second wind, which is a bonus action, right?
So I'm not curving.
Okay. No curve.
Uh,
Is that you?
wait. I need to calculate something. That was there. I'll have the owl move the rest of the movement, which is 10 feet, I believe, upwards, and it does not provoke any attacks.
Okay.
There's me. Just need to keep track of my arrows.
Bosner.
Righty ho then. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of looking at spells because there's so many, and they're all great.
Yep.
First word problems.
Let's go, yeah. Right, I'm going to move off the terrain
Mm-hmm.
over. Oh, that's still wrong thing. Over to here, just next to that, and I'm going to cast Insect Plague
Oh,
on the big guy
Okay.
in his space.
How large is that?
1 second.
DC 21, by the way.
It's not DC 21.
It's
20,
like-
20 foot radius sphere.
Oh, sphere.
Yeah. So I'm going to make it so it's like around him.
Yeah, I get it.
Why around him when you could put it inside of him?
And this, yes.
Okay.
DC 17. Con save.
5, 10, 15, 20. Shit. I can do spheres here, but I forget how. There's like a control maybe? Is it control? Nope. Is it alt? Yes,
Should we
alt.
just
Okay, so someone draw me out. Or draw me out Bosner. Whoops.
Holy fuck!
fuck
What
that,
the,
didn't you?
What the fuck?
what are those?
Draw me
Lol.
out where you want this shit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's all white now. What?
Oh no.
You have fucked up.
Houston, we have a problem.
It's because I put it on the fucking map player. Alright, let's just ignore those.
It's about that size.
Okay, that works. So he has to make a save.
Hang on a minute.
Con save.
Spear, yeah. Yeah, basically. Aye.
Okay, con save. He rolls a 26.
Okay, takes half damage.
Yeah, 12. Negative 12 damage. And basically it's like difficult terrain or some shit. Oh no, it's like when he ends his turn in it, he takes damage.
Yeah,
And the
when he
sphere's
gets
area
done
is
next,
difficult terrain.
next time he takes damage, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Is that
It
you?
is difficult terrain as well.
Yep.
Yes, that's me.
Ipkiss. All
Yes,
these,
I know.
yeah, all these like insects start flying, and they're magical insects. Otherwise, obviously, we wouldn't bother it. But magic, because it's magic. Again, it's like buzzing around and
Yeah.
chipping away at the rock a little bit.
Oh.
Alright. The good old Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
First on that one.
Yep. That's a hit.
Pew.
Yeah, you blast it, and you take a big chunk out of its body, and it falls to the ground.
Oh. How lovely. Well, other blast on this one.
Yep.
Doo-doo-doo.
Definitely a hit. 17. Would you push it?
No. No.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for the third one on him as well.
Yep.
Pew.
Hits. 15. Cool. Yeah, you fire up to the left, then that one hits the ground, and you quickly double tap the one on the right, and you chunk it, like 2 huge chunks out of its stone body, but still flying.
And I think one of the only times I've ever fucking used this in this campaign. I get 10 per hit points. Hooray.
Oh, you just have to creature 0. Yeah, nice. Equal to your charisma modifier plus 4. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Is that you?
So I get 18. Yes, that's me.
Alright, I need to roll a dice here.
Come on, rock boy.
No, you don't. Yeah, you don't need to roll a dice.
I need to roll a dice. Okay.
No, you don't.
For me.
D100.
You see its form start to melt into the stone beneath it,
Uh-oh.
and it erupts next to Garv, shoots out of the ground.
I'm like, yes!
Oh god.
Actually, is it gonna do that?
Oh, please.
Wait.
Oh, let me fight the giant rock, Jordan. Come on.
Let me check something here. Let me check. I need to.
Tomato, tomato.
Alright, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna stay where he is first.
Oh, coward.
And he's gonna grab a big chunk of the ground beneath him and tear it. And he's gonna. Wait, how many times does he get to do this?
Why is that rage in the initiative order?
Dumb question.
Man,
It's
Rage,
like
my favorite
Rage.
adventure.
It should be 10. I don't know why it keeps resetting. It's supposed to be 10. Enter there. And then it's because every time it passes by, I minus it by 1 because it's rage for 10 rounds. He's gonna throw a big rock from one hand at Bosner and the other one at Garv.
Yes!
So first one is gonna be Garv rock throw.
My
20
AC
27,
Yes.
21 points of bludgeoning, halved.
But half, so 11?
Right
10.
there.
10. And the other rock goes to Bosner. Does not
Oh.
hit 15.
I don't have
Woo.
191 hit points.
You suck.
Then. Okay. Now it's gonna sink into the ground.
Uh-oh.
Just like, and it looks similarly to the way that the Zorn glided through Earth.
Is it using as an Earth glide?
Maybe.
Yeah,
You don't know.
I do know.
Shh. Don't let him on.
Okay. It is now Garv's turn. What does Garv want to do?
This boy, how far off is he?
He is currently 20 feet in the sky.
How far
Well, he's
up
20.
is
He's
the-
20 feet up, and he's like, well, whatever it is over. He's like 25 feet away from you. If you go up to the steps, you'll be closer, yeah, but not in melee range.
I was gonna make
These
I was
stairs-
gonna catch up and attack you.
These stairs go up 30 feet, but like the first steps, you know, is like 10 feet that square, then 10 feet, then 10 feet.
You could probably get halfway up.
You
and
could
then-
get up to the second one and then jump and attack if you
Aye.
want.
Yeah.
Go for the
I'll do
360 off the stairs.
Sure, you can run up and yeah, go for the jump attack.
I do a parkour move and jump at this guy.
Yeah. You would just
Here we
land.
go.
You would land like somewhere around.
Probably
it.
land underneath him.
Yeah, you'd land underneath. So go ahead and make. Yeah, I mean you're athletic enough. You don't have to roll for this. So just roll your attack.
This is
Melee?
a giant.
With a hand axe. With the hand axe.
Well, you can attack with both because he is
Yeah.
an offhand.
Okay, cool.
So Giant Slayer first. That is a. That might actually hit. 1 sec. That misses.
And then hand axe offhand.
So you just leap off, and
Oh, God.
it
You
could
shit
have
your
been
shit.
epic, but yeah, you whiff. It's just like jerks back out of the way as you come in and flies like 5 feet out of your range, and then you just land down superhero pose underneath it.
Yeah, I should have been reckless.
I shout at you and say, Garv, just use the fucking hand axe. It's blessed.
I did use a hand axe.
Only use the hand axe.
No, because I have a fucking axe that can knock the other thing prone.
Okay, what would you like to do now?
I'm gonna spit at this thing.
Okay, you spit up and it lands back in your face.
I'm like, it just shat on me.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, it's its turn, and it's gonna screech and then fly down and attack you.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much. The bite misses, you deflect it, but the claw hits you for 5 slashing, reduced to 2.
My AC 16 because I've got dual wielder now.
Okay, I rolled a 20.
I don't. That's fine. So
Yeah.
is it sorry?
Oftentimes, if I think it's gonna be close, I'll ask, but when it's like 20 to hit, I'll be like, okay, I hit you.
You don't know.
Yeah, just 2 points after reduction on range. So it's just 2.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Ah.
It just cuts you, paper cut.
But it keeps rage going.
Yep.
I don't.
Atara, your turn.
Is there any way that if I fly on top of Epkis, I can reach him?
Yeah, but like the 10 feet sort of even above is kind of difficult terrain because of all these pillars that have all like shot at the ground and are all crisscrossing.
Oh, I see.
You could though, yeah, if you want to go down to him. But it's like a
I wanted to help him out, but
Yeah.
then if it's difficult terrain for both of us, there's no point. Oh boy.
you probably don't have the
Oh,
strength to carry another person with your wings. I'll say that. You're probably not with like a 6 strength or whatever you have.
Oh boy. I'll cast Frostbite
Okay.
on the thing on top of Guy. Yeah, he's in range.
Okay, so go ahead and blah blah blah. I need to make a con save. Save it. I rolled a nat 20, so he saves.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Does he still take half damage, or is it no damage?
On a fail save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage. Nope,
He takes.
doesn't take anything.
Okay, so you just miss basically. The ray of frost shoots out, and it sort of uses Garv as cover and ducks down. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, Isha, your turn.
Yikes.
Yeah, you don't have line
Um,
of sight on any enemies at the moment.
Yeah, that's something.
Nerfs.
I cannot shoot arrows if I can't see it. I'll carefully, like as quietly as possible,
Mhm.
I'll move here
Yep.
and I'll look through the owl's eyes and see if I can spot that thing under the rock, see if there's any movement. So that'll take my action.
Make a perception check as the owl, I guess.
Yeah, let me just see here.
You should have some sort of advantage.
It might have
I
keen
know.
sight.
It does.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
+3, I just wanted to know the bonus. 1e.
And it does. The advantage isn't offset by the darkness because Garv's got light on him.
Oh.
So you have advantage. Go ahead. If he has keen sight, if it's just keen smell, then it doesn't have it.
No, it's keen hearing and sight.
Okay, keen sight. Yep. Go ahead and roll it then.
Yikes.
Looking around.
Yikers.
Okay, 16. The ground appears undisturbed at the moment. At the moment.
Oh. At the moment.
Your owl quickly scans the ground, but no movement. That takes an action?
That's part of Find Palmyra, yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay. So, do you want to move any more, or is that you?
I'll move the owl
Go
where
ahead.
he wants.
Bosner, you're up, bud.
Cool. Gonna move over here a little bit.
This thing's still like
And-
clawing and gnawing at Garv, even though it's like got chunks out of it.
Ah, okay. Fuck. That's fine. I'll just do another Sacred Flame at that thing then.
Go for it.
Bah.
Dex save.
Rah.
DC 17. It fails, and you, as it starts pecking, Garv, you're like parrying it, and all of a sudden from your right hand side, you just see this radiant flash, and it explodes the gargoyle into dozens of little rock pieces. And it's dead.
Oh, is Garv dead? Oh.
Not like this.
You get some like dust in your eyes from the explosion. You're like, rub them.
I like, oh my god, my spit's explosive.
Yeah. And also
Right,
with
so
a bright
everyone-
light.
It's underground somewhere. Be ready.
I'm always ready.
Epkiss.
19 rage, holy moly.
Right, so the difficult terrain's half speed, yeah?
Yep, half speed, difficult.
Right, so 10, 25, so I'm out here, and I just hold out this blast again.
Coward.
You're going
Okay.
closer to it, you don't know it.
So you start running.
Yeah, I'm just coming out of difficult terrain.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hold out this blast.
Madman, you killed me.
Sure thing, bud. Da-da-da-da-da.
Where will our rocky friend appear from? Nobody knows.
So you ran. You moved. Oh, I need to roll.
Stop saying that. Just do it. Don't tell us.
Okay. I need to remind myself with words.
Roll. You know, I said I tiptoes over there. Just keep that in mind.
Okay, this thing erupts from here. Boom!
Oh, I knew it
Yes.
was going to
Psh, and all the river like starts fucking going up on the other side, and it's just all erratic. It doesn't even like properly erupt. It like glides out and climbs out almost, and yeah, like it's gliding upwards, like almost levitates out of the ground, and
That's face to face with me.
T-posing.
it's facing Bosner.
Oh, hello.
It's facing Bosner, and it looks off to its right, towards Ebkis and Isha. Its eyes glow red,
No,
and...
It was popping.
the Earth is.
1 sec. Fuck. Why is this roll 20
The-
being a shit?
Oh, that's why you rolled, you fuck.
Whoops. I don't mean that. Dude, roll 20's running like ass.
It always is.
I
Oh,
know,
no.
what the fuck is this? Alright, that's 10, that's 5, 10, 15, it's a 20 foot cube. It's kinda hard to see because it's thin. But... Oh my god.
You fool.
Basically, over Ebkis and Isha, you guys have to make deck saves. As his
Bang.
eyes glow and explodes beneath
Oh
you.
boy, here I go dying.
But I'm gonna hit that with a cheeky wee inspiration roll.
No, you got 10. I wouldn't.
That's still fail. In fact, actually, Dark One's on luck.
When you make an ability check or sim throw, you can use this feature to add a d10 to your roll. Do it. So you rolled an 11, right?
Yes.
Okay.
17.
Okay, both of
Close
you,
the DC.
both of you take 42 damage, reduced to 21 bludgeoning.
Oh,
Woo!
what was
Thank
DC?
you.
17.
7
I hope it was 70.
Thank you, temporary hit points.
obviously. And that's the end of its turn as its eyes go from the red hot, almost like, yeah, red hot color, and it dims down a bit. And it's like facing you, Bosner, and it's like its body's facing you, and its head's turned to its right, obviously. So Garv, it's paying no mind to you. What do you do?
If I run up to this side, would I get advantage?
No.
Or would I need to be next to Boston?
It's basically, it's because you're not directly flanking it, and it's not like yeah, you'd have to be on the opposite side of where Bosner is basically.
So they are. Like,
That's not
That's-
flanking. Flanking's like two people
But
on direct
Am I
opposite
not in
sides.
range with it?
Yeah, but it's not engaged with you. It's facing Bosner.
yeah, we're just directly behind it then.
Okay, like here or here, one of these two squares. And you have to get
Ah,
over the
dude.
river basically. The river is difficult terrain. It's 10 feet deep and it swims. It's like super hard
Ah.
terrain actually.
Yeah, it's like 3/4.
But barbarians have crazy movement speed, so you might be fine. I don't know.
So 15.
Jump it.
15 then 35. Because it's 20 foot per square.
Yeah. And the water's basically 20 foot. It costs
So-
per
So
square.
it'd take you 50 foot to get to the
Behind
one,
it.
that one there.
That wouldn't give you flanking though. I'd say one of the two.
Just
direct-
go right next to you're a fucking barbarian. Stop thinking about it.
Jesus.
No,
Smash.
Alright.
Yeah.
You gonna make a
I'm
move
a-
here?
Hit.
I am. Here. Bam.
Good man.
Alright. That's down to 8.
Oh.
Oh, why the rage?
I don't want to do that. Wait, there you go. Whack.
Alright, go ahead. Giant Slayer, that hits.
Is it a giant creature?
It's not considered a giant.
God damn.
Is it giant size though?
It's 20 foot.
That's
So
giant.
it takes.
It's not a giant.
No,
It's
but
not
it
a giant
says,
type.
Yeah, it needs to be a giant type.
for the purpose of this weapon, giant refers to any creature with. Okay, fair.
Yep.
I thought that meant size. That's fine.
It's an elemental.
So
Right.
it takes 11 from that one, was a range, and then
Minus 11.
hand,
And then what?
and then hand axe.
Yikes.
You
That
fucking
just.
mess with the hand
You,
axe,
you
eh,
hit
mate?
into its knee, and it just like. You're worried about your hand axe exploding there due to the
But
future force.
now, because I've hit it, where is it? Bam! It has disadvantage, and if it hits anyone, it has resistance to the damage type.
Appear when you enter your rage. While you're raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn becomes the target of the warriors, which hinder its attacks until the start of your next turn. That target has disadvantage on an attack roll that isn't against you, and when the target has a creature other than you with an attack, that creature is resistant. Yeah, that's crazy good. So yeah, a bunch of your fiery ancestors start hacking at its legs.
And I'm like, get him, Granda!
Yeah, and he's got the flame of annoying. Is that you?
Yeah,
Why does the rage jump up to 18 when I come over?
I know.
That's so
You
fucking
can't stop
jank.
rage.
It's actually the jankiest shit. Gargoyles
I
are
know.
dead.
Don't worry, I'm keeping count of that.
Atara, it's your turn.
Uh, 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 it,
Hit. Okay.
Oh,
22 hits.
Whack.
I have a question.
Right.
See my stuff?
Yep.
It says that the damage of the staff becomes 1d8, but in my template is adding my strength modifier. Do I add my spell modifier?
Well, what does Shillelagh
Whatever
say?
she lazy shit.
I don't even know how the fuck you'd spell that. Sha? S-H-A?
I think it's the wisdom modifier that becomes instead of the strength.
How do you spell Shillelagh so I can look at it? Or put it in the chat.
I think it's spelled like that.
Shille.
S-H-E. No, it's not. S-H-E.
The
Malala.
weapon also becomes magical if it isn't already. Wait.
You've used this before, so what did you do last time?
You can
I
use
was
your
rolling just
spellcasting ability
1d8,
instead of
but
strength.
It seems like stupid that it's just 1d8.
Yeah, that's
As
just
a damage.
that's a quarterstaff. That's what the quarterstaff does.
It's
Yeah,
1d8
but
plus your
normally-
spellcasting modifier.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, so it's
So
plus 9.
basically, make sure attack is spelled.
Yeah. A bit magical.
I found the spelling. There you go.
Okay, so 11 damage. Nice.
Shelag.
11
Shelag.
bludgeoning damage, and your weapon's considered magical, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, you crack into
And
it, and a
then-
little stone comes off its shoulder. Literally has a chip on its shoulder.
Haha.
So,
As a bonus action, I use Healing Word on Epkis level 1.
Oh, cheers.
And that's me.
Isha.
Oh boy, it's me again. Does this difficult terrain obstruct my view of the thing?
No, it's that big, it doesn't matter. It's 20 feet tall, and the pillars come up to about 10 feet, so you can see it.
Okay. It might be time.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
action surge. Limited resources.
Gonna have Mr. Bird fly over and peck at it.
Sure, this seems balanced. This seems like it would totally affect a 20 foot tall golem of rock.
Hey, it shits on it.
Anyway,
Oh, it's my thing. Yeah, I'll Super Saiyan this.
Oh shit.
okay, you're using your action surge now. Okay.
He looks big and angry and
Yep. Go ahead.
tough.
Let's get this combat sped up. Let's go. That is a hit. 20 points. Cool. That is a hit. 23 points. Cool. Right. 26. Yep.
Fuck, 3, you're getting it.
Right.
It's crazy.
Nope.
Ding.
Clashes against one of the crystals growing out of his body. Nope.
I'm an
Turns
idiot.
out actually
Nope.
it wasn't worth it.
Guess who's been forgetting to swing twice with his axe?
You.
Me.
Is it a really big idiot?
Yeah, me.
Let's look at your protectors. Until the start of your next turn, this target has disadvantage on any attack roll. Okay. So it's not
Yep.
the first attack roll. That's strong.
No,
Speaking
any
of big
attack roll
idiot.
that's not attacking
Yeah.
Garv.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I
Speaking of big
attacks-
ideas, did I say I was going to prepare a fucking Eldritch Blast? I completely forgot.
Might
I
be.
don't know, boy.
Maybe, but I don't know.
How does the other sphere of rock align with the other one? It's not highlighted. In case I do want to move.
You can barely see it. It's because it's thin.
Oh, wait.
It's a 20-foot cube. Do you see it?
Not really.
Okay. You're at the edge of it.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll.
Like imagine the thick one was duplicated and moved to the left.
Oh,
That's
Yep,
what it
that's
is.
fine. Yeah. I'll move there. That's my movement. And that is me.
Alright. Bosner.
Oh.
Magic.
Nah, it's not really Duel of Fate's music,
Hey.
because it's a big
You
monstrous
can
creature.
not use Dawnbringer yet.
What does this do? An unoccupied space of your choice.
What with Dawnbringer?
Oh, the Spectral Guardian.
Every time you pull it out, you get Duel of Fates playing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that meme.
What is
Fight me, witch.
Alright. Is this considered a large thing, right? It takes up 4 squares.
No, it's over here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'll do.
Jesus. This is where you
Oh,
want it?
Fucking.
Oh, he killed him. He knocked his head out. Oh, okay.
He's been decapitated.
By a
Yeah.
fucking Viking on a flying.
Humanity.
It was like Doodle Bob, you drew it and it came to life.
Ah!
Hey, mignon, mignon.
I mean,
Alright, anyway, this thing does damage right away,
I
right?
can't click on the rest of the fucking lines. Oh no, I got 'em. Yeah, you just roll.
If it moves
Right.
within 10 feet for the first time... Alright. So it's
Anytime
on
it's
my
within
turn,
10
right?
Yeah.
A creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the garden for the first time. Oh. So he doesn't hit him then on his turn, because it's if I move into his range.
He's in his range.
Yeah, but I didn't move and well, if I move out of its range and move back in, it would hit me.
That's what you mean,
Yeah, that's the way it's worded. It's not.
What?
It's not at the start of my turn it hits me. It's not like at the end of my turn it hits me. It says, any creature hostile to you that moves to a
Yeah.
space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed. If I don't move,
I think, I don't know. We played it last time that it was anything that either moved into that space or started in its space.
mm,
yeah.
it would have said if it starts within 10 feet.
Yeah.
I'll let you change your spell if you want.
Consult the bench of
You-
mods, please.
Yeah, you would know. You would know before casting. You can cast something else instead.
Ah, fuck it. I'm just gonna.
Stick with your guns.
No, I will change that. Aye.
All right.
I will keep it level though. I'll just do a 4th level shatter spell.
All right. Go ahead.
Just fuck it. Why not? Inside it, because it doesn't actually like get outside its space. So
Sure.
that's
Con
terrible.
save. All right. It rolls a crit on its con save, a 27.
Remember
That
when
takes
Shatter
some
was
damage.
7. However, as you cast it, you notice it rocks
Wait,
the
what?
found. What?
7.
I thought you said 7. How much damage is this dealing? 6, 7, 8, 9, 19 damage.
Yeah, 19 nice. Half that. So
19 halved. So
It's 9.
8,
9.
9.
19.
Nine.
19 divided by 2.
Is
Uh-huh.
Is
It's
Yeah.
9, round it
Nine.
down.
and you round down.
it's a 9.
Yeah.
9,
Yeah.
18. Oh, you're right. Anyway, 9 damage. However,
Yep.
it doesn't matter because as you cast it, it rocks the core of this creature and it appears to do more damage than expected.
it's fucked.
As a bunch of its rocks begin breaking away. And this combat's lasted so long that the music's changed. Alright, guys, let's speed this up a bit.
Sure.
Is that you?
Yes.
Ipkiss, your turn.
Oh no, sorry. I was going to do a healing word.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh, I think I was going to
Go
do
ahead
just the
and do it.
1st level. Healing word.
On.
Because and you get +4 to that. That's 6.
Yeah, I'm fine, guys. Honestly.
We know you're squishy, man.
However,
It's
it
fine.
is your turn, Ipkiss.
Pew pew pew. Eldritch Blast. Resident Sleeper.
Bang, bang, bang. Save the slots. 21 hits. Yep, 7 force.
17 misses. I assume.
Yep. 26 hits. 13.
And I'll elect to give a wee shove.
Shove it.
Sure.
Oh, we shove.
If it's possible, since there's a fucking massive earth element.
Well,
I think you can only shove large or smaller.
what does it say?
It says absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've
I
been
do
over this
remember
before. It just doesn't really say anything.
Rebellion. Well, pre-requisite airburst cantrip when you hit a creature. You can push your creature 10 feet away in a straight line. I mean, I'll just. Alright, for
We'll say within reason. I
For
suppose.
medium creatures and large creatures, absolutely, yeah. For huge creatures, I'll say half.
Alright, cool. That's fine.
Sound okay?
Yeah, cool.
Cool. So yeah, you push it 5 feet.
Send them away.
You hit it twice though.
Oh, your toes got wet.
Wait, you
Yeah, I only
pushed
pushed it away once. Though.
So you push it this way.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. It's its turn. Get to roll a dice.
No,
Oh no, don't get it back, don't get it back. Get it
Whoops.
back. Get it, cat.
Okay. It is going to
Not again.
Eat your bird.
Nah.
It is going to
Punch carve.
move in and punch each of you one time.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
But
you're
not the
making
bird.
me pick.
Including the
Why
bird.
me?
Yep.
I'm such a nice
The bird
person.
left.
So it's gonna slam guard first, so it's not disadvantaged. However,
Six.
it misses. Then it goes for a disadvantage attack against Bosner as the ancestors help him. Misses Bosner. Goes against Adara. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
30,
Spirit.
30 points of bludgeoning.
Fuck off.
Reduced.
Reduced to. As Garv's ancestors intervene.
20.
20
That's
points
alright.
of bludgeoning.
Okay.
As a big flame shield takes some of the
Okay.
damage away.
Okay, that's all I get. I get an okay. I know, yeah. Thanks, Garth.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Adana.
So it moved 5 feet. And it's gonna sink into the ground, but you three will get attacks of opportunity if you want.
I would
Yes.
most.
As it sinks into the ground.
Oh. Oh, it's on my turn, never mind. Here we go.
Get to make 1 attack roll each.
Aha!
That's
This is why I
that's
got
a hit.
my new feet, Jordan.
When you
I
take
can hit with my hand axe as well.
Yeah, that's cool. So it takes
So-
11,
At +3, so 14.
Oh, the crit.
15.
Oh, the hand axe. Does the hand axe hit?
The hand axe doesn't hit.
What?
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy!
Clinks off one of the crystals.
Switch your fucking hands round.
29 hits for sure.
No!
Oh, that's a crit, so yeah, that hits. Double damage. Double the dice, so if it's 1d8, it's 2d8 now. So
Oh, well.
add another
roll
d8 to
again.
that.
Yeah.
Add another d8 to
You
that.
had 19
No, not d8
Minus
plus
9
9.
to that.
I'll just take the 7.
So
Yeah,
it's
just take the
Yeah,
7.
17 then.
17 damage. Got it.
that.
You start chipping away at it.
Why are you adding 9 to that?
You spell. It's
Because
Shillelagh, it's
my
their
spell
spell
attack
attack
modifier.
modifier.
Oh, that's handy.
Is Shillelagh a cantrip?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fucking OP. Alright. Buzzer, do you want to take an attack? Cost your reaction.
Yeah, okay, I'll have a wee thunk.
Alright.
Oh wait, no, Jordan, take off that damage I done because I used my reaction to protect the Dara.
Oh yeah. So he gets that
My
11
bad.
back.
Where's my hit back?
Sorry, 13. 13 back.
No, 14 back.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
I know my raged damage.
Bosner takes a whack and it hits.
Ooh.
What? At least you know this character. Hey.
Uh,
I hate you.
6 damage. Okay, cool.
Sneak attack.
Garv.
That's a biggest load of shite ever, sorry.
Garv, it's your turn.
What can Garv do? Garv will actually, out of rage, hit the ground with his axe. And
Okay.
he's like, come back!
Yep. You start hitting the ground with your axe, nothing happens.
And I'm like, spread out! But like really angry, but I don't want to shout. 'Cause it's
Mhm.
rude. There we go. I'll move over here. And I'll end my turn.
Got it. So your rage is down to 7. And Adara, it's your turn.
If I see it coming back within range, I'm raiding my thorn whip. That's 30 feet from me.
Readying your what, sorry?
Thorn whip.
Alright, Thorn Whip. Right. Remember, you guys need to track your own hold actions. I can't do that for you.
Yeah.
Isha, your turn.
Guess what?
What?
I'm gonna hold my attack action.
Right? Not gonna move?
Nah.
Alright. Bosner?
Can I, like, pause for a second and, like, feel the ground and see if I can sense where the thing is?
Alright, Daredevil boy.
You wanna take time to do this? As
Yeah,
in, like, use your
a bit.
action?
Aye.
Alright. Go ahead and make a perception roll, I guess. You feel no movement other than what's occurring with all the rough terrain in the river right now. It almost seems like this thing swims through rock unimpeded, and as it emerged from the rock, you noticed that it literally almost seemed like it levitated or formed out of the ground. So it seems like it doesn't burrow at all, it glides effortlessly like it's water.
Some might say earth glides.
Yep. So there's no
An
resistance to its
Earthman.
movements at all.
Yeah, well, that's a really cool
Yikes.
thing.
Is that you?
I'm gonna. Oh yeah, what was that an action to do the thing?
Yeah.
That kind of action.
I'll say.
It's fine if it is. I'm not a baller.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
just,
Yeah, I'll say that's your action.
yeah, I'm just going to put into that. That's fine.
No worries. Ipkiss.
I'll do blast hold, and I'll keep track of it this time.
Okie doke.
No movement.
Okie doke. Oh, we got people in the chat. Oh, it's fucking Shaba. And who the hell is it? Who's Shadow X Leaker? Is that you, Ethan?
No.
Yeah.
Shadow X.
Okay. You're gonna hold your Eldritch Blast. Okay, what's this? Oh, firstly, I need to make a roll.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay, who did what here? Does it have to do this? Yep. Okay.
What up, kitty cat? Shut the fuck
Okay, it emerges here. Boom. Half of its body still embedded within the wall,
up. Yay.
the cave wall. And it goes for 2 punches on...
Do I get my action?
Yep, okay, so as it emerges, anyone who's holding actions, release those actions now.
Pew, pew, pew.
19 misses. 17 misses. 26 hits. Alright, 15. Who's next?
Me.
Go for it.
He's over there.
Yep, you can hit him. Isha, you hit. Yep,
21?
21 hits. Just.
Oh.
Yep.
Just probably the threshold. Crit, please. Hello?
31 to hit, okay. Balanced.
Oh, I need to make
10.
a roll to see
Yeah.
if it hits.
It's no joke, I'm running out of arrows.
You're using you're using Thorn Whip, right?
Yeah.
Is that a ranged or a melee weapon? Spell attack.
Range.
Then it's at
Up to 10
disadvantage
feet.
to
That misses.
hit.
It misses
Okay.
anyway.
Alright, no worries. Don't you get to add your spell attack modifier to it? Yeah, it would miss enemy. Never mind. Okay.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's gonna punch the dwarf, and then one punch the flying bird person, bat person, I should say. Okay, so punch on the dwarf. 20 and a 12 to hit.
20 hits.
19 bludgeoning.
Cool.
Then he's gonna try and slap the bat lady out the air. With his eyes glowing right. Oh god. 21 to hit.
Yeah.
24
Spirit.
damage.
How much?
24, but you're getting reactioned by Garv and his amazing shield.
Hashed.
Shit. Jordan, I'm spending my inspiration.
Okay, spend
Actually,
your-
no, I'm not. Fuck that. I'm
Uh,
just dropping
What are you
spell.
concentrating on?
Carves, magic weapon.
Alright, I didn't know that was concentration.
Gone.
Alright,
Yeah, it's an hour. A concentration for an hour, but it's gone.
Garv
He's not fucking using it, so he's
no
not
longer
getting it.
has the spanner of divine.
No, I'm using it. I'm just
Miss.
missing.
You're just shit.
Alright, so Adara,
like
you
it's not
take
my
12
fault,
damage
man.
instead of 24.
Yeah.
Cool.
Already took it off.
And it's gonna, I mean, it's gonna try and sink back into the wall.
What a surprise.
Oh, coward!
And then
And
both
then
Bosser and
I hit.
Adara, yeah, you guys get your reactions.
Shocking.
Fuck up.
Nope, 17 doesn't hit. 20 doesn't hit.
Ah.
Garv, your turn.
Fucking Ew. I hate you.
Wait, haven't you dropped rage?
Yeah, Rage
Yes,
is
I-
probably.
Okay. You're no longer raging, you're like, god damn. This thing just keeps going into the stone.
Very confused by its. I feel like I've offended it by not attacking.
So,
Uh,
you do
Garv.
feel, okay, I'll tell you this. You're not a complete fucking idiot. Garv, you realize that this thing obviously doesn't have infinite movement. It has limited movement, even when it's gliding through Earth. It seems to pop up at intervals that are fairly close to each other. You know, it's not darted across and attacked Isha from like the other side of the map or anything. So you could surmise that, like, you know, you can guess maybe where it might pop up in the future based on that
Yeah.
information.
I'll just move slightly here then.
Just like 5 feet to the side.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm gonna hold my
Attack.
both my axes for attacks.
Yep. Adara?
Already Thorn Whip.
Oh, is that like a concentration thing?
No, it's a cantrip.
Oh,
But
So
no,
I
it's
need to
the
I need to
opportunity attack.
ready to use it again
okay. So you're
when it comes back into
Yeah.
range.
okay. Isha, hold attack. Wanna move?
Is this like the whole arena venue there we are? Like there's nothing beyond those black walls?
Well, there's basically
Is there?
stairs on either side, and that's where you came from. You came from these stairs here. But you know, once you go down them, you won't have line of sight.
Right,
So I
okay.
didn't
Just
bother.
wondering.
Yeah, there's stairs at either side.
Okay, nah, just hold the action.
Alright, Bosner.
I'm going to move a little bit. So here.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh my god, I'm rolling like shit.
right, can I hold a big spell?
Go ahead.
I'm going to. Well, I say a big spell. No, I'm holding a small spell,
Plane
big level.
shift.
No.
Plane shift.
What would you like to hold?
Banishment.
Shatter
At level.
5.
Alright, you're holding level 5 Shatter, just gonna direct it directly on top of the elemental.
As soon as I see it, it's going to get shattered.
Alright. It is getting late, mate. He is quite shattered now.
I'm quite shattered as well.
Ipkiss, you're up, bud.
Gonna hold that Eldritch Blast and not move.
Okay, where does he go? Where does he come from? Where does he go? Okay, so you moved there.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Where does he move?
it comes out of the ground here,
Yikes.
glides up, levitates out of the stone. It's gonna punch Ewell, Bosner, and Garth, one each.
Oh, come on.
Fucking.
Wait,
before,
haven't-
It's gonna swat the Ewell out of the air.
wait a second.
What?
Before it does that,
Yep.
I think as soon as it shows its face.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as it shows up, everyone who held their actions, let loose.
Unleash hell.
Slayer.
I'll let you guys do some damage first.
Alright,
if you want.
15 damage, miss, 15 damage. Yep. Yeah, you
And
guys
this
are
is a
blasting
ch-
into it. At
this
this
is
point,
a-
you notice some of the crystals that are embedded in its body are starting to shatter off of it, drop to the ground. Big chunks of the crystals are coming off of it. Yeah. 25 hits? Yep.
Yo.
Wait,
yo,
did I get my extra attack as well? I'll hold the attack action.
Yep.
Yep, because you have dual wield
Yeah,
or
you-
whatever.
Yeah.
So,
This is chunk. Yeah.
how much damage is that Giant Slayer attack?
7, sorry.
7. Alright. Alright, you guys are...
Atara, that Thorn Whip's a melee spell attack. It's not a range attack.
It has range
Uh,
30 feet.
Alright, Jesus
up-
Christ,
make up.
everyone's rolling at the same time here.
Right, can I roll my one? You're gonna know
I see
this.
haven't rolled.
Alright, Adara, you need to roll to hit first with that, I think.
Jesus Christ.
The foreign
Oh
one.
my god.
So it's a d20 plus your spell attack modifier. And then if it hits, I'll deal the 11 damage. That's a miss. Damn, you're rolling like shit. Bosner, okay, he needs to make a con save.
48 damage. I've used a channel divinity.
Did you say you were gonna do that when you
I
held
did.
it?
There was a lot of stuff going on. I said that.
Alright, I'll believe you. How much damage?
It was 48.
Alright.
On a
Alright,
on a failed save.
so you guys start letting loose all your attacks. As it comes up and it gets ready, you can see its left hand arcs around its back, the back of its left shoulder, and it's coming down for a big swipe. It looks like it's going to swipe all three of you in one big line. And as it does, you all let loose at the same time. And Bosner, you point your warhammer at it, and clutching your magical form medallion, channel the thunderous power from within and cause it to shatter, and it explodes. And the creature appears to be dead.
My bird left.
Neat.
Is the red thing falling on the floor, or it was
Well-
imbued inside the elemental?
Caca.
What happens now is
Some freaky shit.
so combat's over. As you could guess, this thing's been defeated, and as it crumbles to the ground, there remains. There is. Let me tell you right now what there is. Overlook. Among the remains of this earth elemental, you guys see there is a gem. It looks to be a strange yellow gem, something you've never seen before. And it's rather large. It's like if you balled both your fists together. It's about that big. And it came from like the core of its body.
Hey, I think that's his brain.
Do you think
Or heart.
this may be a piece of what is it? I forgot the name.
What the stonekeepers were after?
No, it
Yeah.
may be a piece that comes from Antimox Boom.
What?
Antimox Boom.
I wouldn't
Maybe.
think so.
Jordan, does this thing look like if I touch it, I'm going to die?
Has anyone picked it up yet?
I'm
No.
about to, but I
Okay.
want to make sure I'm not going to get fucked by that.
Nah, your characters are always idiots. Just pick it up.
It doesn't look threatening on the surface.
I'll pick up. I'll do it.
It doesn't have
Fuck
like
my
spikes on
mentality.
it. Alright. You grab a hold of it, and you can
Please don't miss those.
you can feel it, there's a very, very faint vibration to it, but you hold it in your hand, and it's like a little, I don't know, like a little massager or something. And then you're just like, oh. But it doesn't hurt you or anything like that.
I asked Garv, can I see the stone?
I like hold the stone in my hand and I turn it towards her.
Yeah, can I get it in my hands and cast
Oh.
detect magic?
You did that like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know. I need to recast it. I need to recast it as a ritual.
I'll
Yeah,
say
that's right.
just to save you the hassle, you already ascertained this is the source of it. This was like the red orb that you saw, like the red glow of magic. You saw it was conjuration. That was a school, and this is the source of it. This is the source of magic. The rock itself is not magical, nor the crystals which embedded in its body. The crystals just acted almost like an armor, which why it had like a higher armor class. It was harder to penetrate, like sort of take chunks out of the rock.
Are there any crystals on the ground?
Yeah, there's a lot of them have shattered into like halves and quarters and such. But yeah, there's still crystals, and there's crystals embedded, like all around the cave, various sizes, and they're mostly translucent, like mostly. What's the opposite of opaque? Is it
Transparent.
Transparent, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, most of them are like sort of mostly see-through, and they refract any light that you guys have on you at the moment and stuff.
Can I do an investigation check and try to find one that's of like the best, or what can be called quality, one that's not completely fucked?
One. Okay, so you're looking for one that's embedded in the stone, or you're looking for
On the
one
like on the
that's...
floor.
Okay, make an investigation check. Go for it. It's pretty difficult. You find the best quality one you find is one that's been like shattered in half, so it's like half a crystal.
Fuck it, I'll keep it on me.
Cool.
Roughly, how big is it?
I mean, well, there's all different sizes, but the one you find, it's like 2 foot long.
That'll be easy clap. There we go.
So yeah, anything else you guys want to do up here?
See
No.
where originally the elemental was originally standing, Jordan.
Yeah.
Can I go up there and look for like any gemstones or that?
Okay. Yeah. Make a well. As you go up and have a closer look, what kind of gems are you looking for here? Just any
Just
precious gems.
expensive ones.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Yeah, you walk up the stairs and go around. Currently, you know, with all the difficult terrain down the river and stuff, this place is like semi-destroyed, but this place has been mostly untouched as the golem did glide through the stone. It didn't like shatter and burrow. You have a look around, but you don't see any gems, just more crystals embedded into the side of the cave.
Damn it.
Yep.
Well, we're not getting rich off this fucker. And I jump back down. I join the party.
Cool.
Is there any other way forward, or is it just back the way we came?
Yeah, this is just a enclosed small branch which came off the main cave, up the two side stairs. You don't know where the source of water's coming from. Must be deeper in the stone, but you know the river runs downwards and forms into a waterfall. If you were to go back the way you came, the other two ways that you guys noticed would be if you come down the steps. There's a tunnel to your left and a tunnel to your right. Sort of like flanking either side at of the pool at the bottom of the waterfall. And so, yeah.
I could take a 5-minute short rest.
An
Not
hour.
too good, Keith. Yep.
Do we want to take a short rest?
Garv would appreciate that.
Okay, then let's rest.
You guys rest here.
Yeah.
Have we
Alright.
short
No,
rest
David.
or yeah?
This gives you a chance
Curses.
to refill your water skins and stuff and have a chill time. Yeah, you can take a short rest here, and all the while you still hear the faint after like the chaos of battles settled, and you take a seat, get a little fire on the go with probably Garb's help. Yeah, you hear the waterfall still, and there's still the faint sounds of battle below in the main residential cavern. But you take your hour, and you manage to long rest, and now's the time to spend any hit dice.
All of them.
How much damage
Did
did
you,
you take?
I didn't think you took that much damage.
Yeah, you were like no there the entire fight.
But he did take 2 earth erupts, I guess.
That was equaling to almost 80 damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
You should let your tank for it.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you're
I
lucky,
love-
you're
this
lucky
is
he
the
didn't hit you
best
with a
thing.
boulder.
This is the best thing about being a barbarian. No, they can roll a crit, and I will still roll more than them.
Yeah, d12 plus 4, that's nuts. Potentially 14 points a hit dice.
What's up with the 7s? What the fuck?
Of 16.
Oh, that's not looking good. 777 in the place you're in. Yikes. I may
Could be
have
worse,
have to roll in some creature table right now, just because of that. Suddenly, Demogorgon comes out of nowhere.
Hey guys, this leads to the dark lake.
Stop rolling dice. I'm trying to add up my dice. 10, 32,
Oh, yikes.
37. Oh,
Alright,
that is
where's my
exactly what I
calculator?
needed. Ha ha ha.
How many levels do you guys expect?
Yeah, by the way, we
Not
are
enough.
advantage and the blah in this field.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's more for
what she
like
said.
long rests. But yeah, you can use it short. Oh yeah,
Long
during
and
a short.
short
Yeah.
rests.
At the start of the rest, you touch a point in space, visible for blah blah blah. Plus 5.
Pretty high.
Yeah, so it gives you a plus 5 stealth check if you guys wanna tuck away and try and be stealthy.
And perception. And perception.
It's not like I'm gonna need it.
Yep,
Okay.
if you wanna keep watch.
Hey, exactly.
Jesus, how many
I
hit dice
do.
have you got? Keep track of those, mind.
That was 11, I think.
Was that all your hit dice?
Keep in mind, I'm level 12.
Yeah. Remember, you
One,
only get
two.
you only get a few of them back every time you long rest. It's like
Oh,
half.
no.
I don't know. It's like
Half the level, I think.
I think it's less than that.
10. You use 10.
I used 10, okay. I still have 2 left.
Uh,
Let's go. Alright, put the shield back on. You heard me here. I'll put the shield back on.
Put the shield back on. Okay.
That is the shield back on.
Okay. The shield is back on.
Or whatever. So, you guys take your rest. Nothing assaults you in the night, although you do hear sporadic screams coming that pierce through the sounds of battle below. Again, like screamings about fleeing and running because they're coming to murder everyone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Utask.
So, what would you guys like to do at this point?
I'll tell them about what the spirit told me
Okay.
while we are resting.
Yeah. So she'll update you on that little ghost interaction, so you guys are now privy to that information.
And I also tell them that I think, personally, that the spirit they keep shouting is Utask. And we should find his remains.
And burn them.
No. Take them back to the catacombs.
And then burn them.
Well, they will deal with it.
But they're dead, they can't do anything.
The alive one, you fool.
Okay.
So, you
Synchromate.
you give everyone that info. What are you guys doing at this point? The rest is over.
Our main objective is the Medusa.
Do we go and check the other tunnel?
Did someone actually grab that gem?
I
The
still
other
have
one.
it.
Whoever
keep
has
on
it, mark it on. Make sure you mark it on your inventory, because if you don't, you lose it.
One. Yeah, well, let's say that. Earth elemental core.
Very important Earth elemental core, do not lose.
So core, brackets, yellow colour.
There
Might
we
be
go.
evil.
Slightly vibrates.
Yeah, that's marked down.
Cool.
Should we go check the left corridor, or we just go away?
No, I mean coin toss at this point. Left or right?
I don't have a coin to flip.
Well,
Someone
we are in
else
the
flip
right
it.
one.
Yeah, because you seem to be a lucky guy. You flip it. We go with your judgment.
Well, then that was right. We're already on the right side, so we may as well go right.
Oh, you guys. Well, you guys came up the right side, but going back down, it would be your left. If you get me.
Yeah.
Duh.
Oh, jeez.
Bless you.
So
We're not going further right.
when you say left and right, do you mean when you face the pool?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Just so I know which one you pick.
So we go there.
In fact, it'd be easier if I just told you. You came in from the south, and you headed northeast, mostly east, and then there's a tunnel to the southeast, and then a tunnel to the northeast.
But we need to
Northeast?
go west.
And you guys are currently on the southeast half of this cave.
But we need to go west.
Well, I mean, there's no guarantee that Entomok Spoon's going to be in the same area as Rockblight. Entomok Spoon was said it was outside the city, was it not?
But we are kind of outside the city.
No, we're still in the
Somewhere
city.
west.
Rockblight's still in. It's a district in Blindingstone. It was part of the city before the Drow attacked.
Yeah, but they never said if it was part of the old city or if it was out of the old city. They just said it's out of the city.
We'll find it.
And also west, and a couple of miles out as well.
So which way would lead us west-ish?
You guys since you remembered, yep, you were told it was west a couple miles. You guys have been going, you're in the northeast.
Yeah,
Oh,
so we're
shit.
going in the wrong direction.
Let's go west then.
Go west.
Uh,
Can we even go west?
Why?
you guys came from the west.
I thought we were gonna hunt down the Medusa.
Yeah, we were.
Like, for the boon thing, yeah, you're right. You guys were told it was outside of Blingdenstone, and technically this place is Rockblight's part of Blingdenstone. It's just abandoned because it's too dangerous to settle in right now. You guys would know this.
We are settlers from now
So
on.
right now,
Let's
We are
find the
first.
Medusa.
Too dangerous due to snake ladies and floating magical farts.
So, right, west. Sorry, Rockblight is west of Blinding
No, it's
no.
No.
Rock
No.
That's where
Blight
we are
is a
right now.
district in Blinding Stone.
Yeah.
For
Sorry,
us.
it's
northeast.
the Boon is west.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right, okay.
Two
Sorry.
different things.
Yeah.
So if we're not going for the moon right now, east and west is irrelevant. So
Yep.
let's keep going further into Rockblight.
We're
Yeah.
hunting
Okay.
demon ladies.
Sure, you want to go
with
deeper
snake
in.
hair.
That
Yes.
I can work with that. So you
Or
come down.
or snake ladies with demon hair.
You skirt the edge of the pool to get to the tunnel, and yeah, again you hear the cries coming from the residential area, and the battle is still raging on. But avoiding going deeper back into the residential area, you manage to skirt the pool, and you find another pathway, a tunnel, seemingly long but slightly sloping upwards. Is this the path you want to take? It'll take you deeper in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go that way.
Okay, doc.
I mean,
I
were we
have a
given
good feeling about
any?
this place.
I don't think we were told any certain directions for.
Oh wait, I
No,
have
not
an
really.
idea.
You have an idea?
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Just let me just check which spell I need to do.
The bones.
No, in fact, maybe no, because I think I need a. Never mind, I need a obvious or something. I know. Never mind. I don't have an idea. Onward.
You guys are currently traveling in pitch blackness. Do you guys want to keep it that way? It would be a bit more
I'll
stealthy,
put
but
on. No, I'll put on a light.
like a light
Oh.
spell.
Yeah, produce flame,
Okay, yeah. So you
and I'll fly on top of the group.
okay, you're sort of hovering above the party with this light and leading the way. Oh,
I
you're
can
in
do
the.
that.
It's up to you, but you're in the area. Let's see here. So eventually, as you come, so the path curves upward and slightly to the left. It's a pretty long tunnel, and I will sing. Yeah, as you do, eventually you come to another large cavern which connects through this tunnel, and you see again these large crystal formations, but this time they're mostly erupting from the floor, creating these pillars, basically coming out at different angles and such. You appear to be up on kind of a platform, and it kind of slopes back down into this basin, and you see further ahead there appears to be stairs straight ahead, and then in this basin to the left and the right there looks to be some obscured area which you can't get a good look at just now until you get closer. But this platform, this plateau you're on at the moment, you see who's at the front.
Me.
Roll me a
And yeah, boy.
Okay, you guys one of you roll, or both of you roll perception checks. Go ahead.
Shield is on, by the way.
Down,
I can see that.
down at the bottom of this slope, which eventually leads down into the basin, you see in the basin some small humanoid figure still completely unmoving. Meanwhile, this place is again like very, very dimly lit by fungi and stuff.
Are we talking humanoid
It's-
in terms of density as well?
It's giving you Phaserus vibes, this fungus is too. For those of you who are familiar with Phaserus. What's
That
that?
the magical
Keep
stuff.
that in mind.
What's that,
I
sorry?
think
That the magical stuff.
Magical
For the
moss.
ritual.
Yeah.
Magical.
How'd you
we
spell
might
it?
have found the Medusa.
Faezress.
Faezress.
That's the one. And yeah, it like glows like different colors. So it's like it shifts from like blues to reds to yellows, but very slowly, and kind of like pulses almost. But it gives a very faint glow to the area. But yeah, you two who are kind of spearheading the expedition into the dark, you guys see this small humanoid figure just at the bottom of the slope in the basin. A lonely figure.
I'm getting ready to shape into a giant bat if I think it's the Medusa.
Let's
What?
see what
Sounds
you
like
rolled here.
Because the giant bat is blind.
It is kind of hard to see because you guys are a fair bit away, but Isha, you crit. So, but it is
What colours his eyes?
it is very yeah. Well, you crit, so you just succeed. But it's definitely not the shape of a Medusa.
But
You know that.
is it transparent in any way?
It looks humanoid. I'll say that. That's what you know.
It might have been turned by the Medusa.
Why don't we go and find out? How far is it?
You guys are like
You go
you
first.
guys are
okay?
like 200 feet away up on this platform. You have to
Oh,
walk.
yeah,
You,
it's
you
that's
walk
the
down
ball.
like you walk like down a gentle slope, and you'll be in the basin.
Yeah, we could quietly make our way down into this obviously not trap place.
I mean,
Okay.
it's up to you. What you do here.
Do we stealth?
Or we can light the area up. If you Bosner touch my arrow.
Yeah. I do the thing.
Enlighten me.
You cast light on an arrow,
Yes.
and
And
where
I'll
do you fire it towards? It's like you're up on this slope leading down into like a circular basin.
try and shoot. Is the figure like
It's
sort
like
of
it's
close
like
in the middle of the circle or up
it's-
to the side of it?
it's like in the center of the circle, like near the bottom of. It's like if you were to walk down the bottom of the slope, he would be like 20 or so feet away.
I'll try and shoot in front of him.
Sure, make an attack roll.
Don't fail me now.
Yeah, you shoot it down, and you know, like I said, it's dimly lit, so it is harder to see. But you shoot it down, and it casts a nice shadow against the ground next to this thing, and up the wall, and it looks to be, with your keen eyes right now,
How's he looking?
it looks like a small humanoid figure, with who's maybe of Fey blood. It's got pointed ears. They look grey. It looks like a deep gnome.
Is it moving?
It's
Yeah,
currently.
don't flinch.
You're looking at it. It's currently not moving.
Oh boy.
I guess if they haven't seen it yet, I'll relay the information.
Yeah, you guys are. Well, you know, Bosner's cast light on it. You shot it. You guys. Those of you with not so keen eyes, maybe you do see like a little figure now with a shadow cast against the half one side of it. But it's a fair bit away, about 200 feet.
Do you wanna descend?
If we
Or
have
do you wanna
to.
cast your Dispel or Detect Magic?
That longbow should have been with disadvantage. Oh, you have sharpshooter, right? Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go
Do you
down.
not wanna Detect Magic?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I
we've
made
made
a
ourselves
mistake
known to
once.
the creature. I think we should go have a introduce ourselves.
I made a
Onwards,
mistake once. I'm
Avengers.
not gonna do it again.
Just keep an ear out.
I'll start descending.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
I hope
I'll
it's not
hover.
like deadly
I'll
slope.
hover behind him.
A deadly slope.
So you guys just walk down.
Is that dangerous black eyes?
Everyone squint your eyes so it's quicker to close your eyes if we need to.
Do you guys descend down the gentle slope into the basin? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys walk down. It takes you a minute, and you're obviously not sprinting or anything. As you get down and get a closer look, you get to the bottom of the slope, and it's about 20 feet away from you now, off to the side. You also, as you're down here now, you notice within the walls of the basin, behind you, are two cave entrances.
Oh boy.
And this creature, getting a closer look, is 100% a deep gnome, or some figure made to look like a deep gnome, or something. But you haven't gotten quite close enough to investigate yet. If you want to do that, you can.
And it's still not moving.
From where you are, it seems to be in a strange, peculiar pose. It has a hand up to its face, and with your eyes, it appears to be clutching something shiny.
And the stone.
I'm ready to shape into a bath any second.
So, what do you guys do?
Do I hear anything, Jordan?
Make a perception check.
Perception. That's performance. That would be terrible.
Absolutely nothing. Stillness. Every so often you hear drips. That's
Are we close enough to see what he's clutching in his?
about it. No. He's clutching something shiny. He's got it up to. It's like in a pose. He's holding it close to its face. But if you want to get a closer look, you'll have to get closer than 20 feet.
I'm not going to.
Close and personal.
Do you want to go up?
Anyone else?
Me.
Carve, be my guest.
I'll come up with you.
You call him for me.
If no one's gonna go up, I'll go fucking go up. Jesus Christ.
Goodbye.
And as you
Yeah,
walk,
I'll stay
I'm
back.
up with you. I'm up with you. Don't
okay,
worry.
so Garvin, Ipkiss, you approach. Okay, so as you approach,
The
It's
light
Chinese
should still
spider.
be there.
it appears to be a deep gnome, or some stone statue of a deep gnome, and it appears to be holding a gem up to its face. It's got one eye. Its left eye closed, whilst the right eye is open and peering into the gem, and it's frozen in place. And it looks to be a stony texture.
What, the gem or?
Not
Him.
the gem. The gem's the only thing that isn't stone. This just looks like a
Yeah.
little deep gnome. It's like a small 3-foot guy with bald head, pointy ears, a big fat wide nose.
I'm like, because shut your eyes.
And
then-
in the other hand, it appears to be holding. You're not sure if it's a big dagger or a short sword.
Can I, like, try and tap the gem out of his hand, Jordan?
You try and delicately take it out.
No, I want to like knock up, like
Give it a
if he's
give it a knock.
like tap it onto the floor. Yeah.
Okay, make a dex check.
Fucking, I'm gonna break this man.
I'm gonna be able to catch the fucking gem.
You
As long as your eyes are shut.
you tap the gem, and with it, the thumb breaks off.
Oh,
But the gem falls to the ground and clink, clank, clink, and it echoes through the deadly silence in the cave.
Is it?
Fuck have you done now?
And that's where we'll finish.
No,
God
wait.
damn it, Gar.
Is it looking in the direction of the cave?
No, he was looking at the gem.
Yeah, but I was looking through the gem at something.
How about we'll get back
You
to
don't
you
know
on
that.
that next week. Well, you guys can see it. You guys can see it now. It's looking okay. So slightly off to its. Okay, so it's kind of like in the back. It's peering towards the slope you came down, basically. Like when you came down the slope, it was slightly off to the left, and it's peering towards the way you guys are. That's why you saw the shiny when you got close enough, because it didn't have its back to you. And you know the caves are, as soon as you got to the bottom of the slope, there's one diagonally to your behind you to your left, and one diagonally behind you to your right. So it's like this platform kind of splits the cave in two, the cavern in two, and there's a cave at either side, type deal.
Oh.
Okay.
And you also notice, beyond further, there's appears to be, you know, further
Don't say
areas or something. There appears to be either a tunnel or some stairs or something maybe. But you're kind of like in the middle of this basin at the moment, and you've just tapped the gem plus a thumb out of this statue.
Thumbs
The-
computer,
The
please.
thumb smashes against the ground and crumbles into dust. Meanwhile, the gem lays there, glimmering. This big ruby. And it looks...
Oh no, I hate you.
Yeah. And that's where we'll finish for now.
She.
Garv, you asshole, what you doing?
And it just went clink, 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 clink.
Well, the way Jordan
That's
described it made it sound like he was looking into the gem. So I thought if you break the line of sight with the gem, maybe it comes back.
No, he was holding it up to his right eye, as if he was using
Oh, like he's
it.
trying to shield.
He was using
He
it
was
like
trying-
a. He was using it like a monocle, basically, but
It
holding
was trying
it.
to look through the gem. I guess.
Oh, just like the gem is seeing.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Background,
Yeah.
old character.
But it didn't have a stick on it. It was just a gem.
Oh,
But
he
it
got-
didn't work, and he's stoned.
Or it did work and it fucked him up.
Oh, look in the stone then.
No, I'm not doing that. You do that.
No, I'm not doing it. You do it.
I'm not afraid of no ghost.
Apparently you
Well,
are.
the rules, because otherwise.
No, he's afraid of wizards coming at him and screaming.
Oh, for fuck's